as soon as you guys got to the cave, you guys saw a guy sleeping in a goblin sleeping inside, and then a group of 4 goblins carrying a cage with an unconscious child in it. You guys tried to sneak in through the entrance, but were seen, and then you guys ended up killing a goblin, and then you got I forget who it was it
Concel's Alfia.
Althea fell into a pit trap, and several other goblins attacked you guys. You guys were able to fight them off. You pulled Althea out of the pit trap and healed her, and that's kind of where we left off. So, to begin this session, you guys find yourselves inside this cave. As you guys have extracted Althea from the pit trap, you guys are all kind of standing around with the goblin bodies bleeding on the floor. You see kind of to the north that the corridor that you guys were traveling down extends as far as the torchlight can see to the north, and so the cave walls are made out of like granite like walls. It's all dark gray. The floor is made out of more kind of granite stone, and it's pockmarked and chipped, but there's like a fine layer of dust on the floor, and you see that it's clearly been well traveled. There's lots of footprints and stuff going in and out of this little area. What do you guys do? Like, what's the plan now that you're finished defeating these goblins?
All right. Um, did we top off on potions at the end of this session? Or is
What do
everyone
you mean?
pretty? Oh, I'm asking. Okay, how's everyone's HP looking right now?
I'm good.
I think everyone has full health.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, except for you.
Yeah. Okay. So that means we're good. All right.
Correct.
So you said there's a kid in the cage, right?
You don't see that kid anymore. That was the remember when you guys were outside, you guys went and hid in the forest? There
Oh,
was
right.
those goblins carrying that cage, 4 goblins carrying a cage of children.
That's right.
But you don't see any sign of them at this point.
Okay.
All right.
You do, if you remember correctly, that guy did start to like try to ring this alarm. And it started going off, but you guys killed him shortly afterwards. So you're not sure if you're pretty sure you know that the goblins that you just killed were alerted because they had set up an ambush for you, but you're not sure if anyone else was alerted or not.
All right. Well, what the man? Apparently, I exited my my Roll20. All right, that was a bit rough. But how's everyone feeling?
I'm feeling pretty well.
As you guys are saying this, you hear as this you hear footsteps behind you and the clanking of chainmail. As it appears somebody is walking into the cave.
Who is it?
What do you do?
Does it look like a dwarf?
You see as like a torch starts to come down the hall, and you hear this deep grumbling voice like, always sending me the wrong place. I'm always falling behind. Where are these people? Oh, and you see as this dwarven creature comes walking around the corner holding a torch, and he's like, oh, sorry, I got a little lost.
I was gonna go and wave.
Waves
Yeah.
back. He's like,
You're here
how's
now,
everything
so-
going?
Well, keep your voice down. There's goblins.
Oh, sorry.
So
And
I
he
think
looks-
we should just
Go ahead.
travel on through and see if we could find these children or not.
Maybe it's worth sending out some scouts.
We are the
Uh,
scouts.
Iris is gonna pull out her hand and a little skeletal squirrel's gonna run onto her palm. I think maybe this guy could go scout for us. Might give us a little bit of a heads up what's coming up next.
And you talk to that thing, like in real time, or does it have to report back to you?
It's a little bit like Cadence.
It's we can talk to it. It's not really a conversation.
Can't you like see through their eyes?
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's up to 100 feet, right? That you can give it commands.
Affirmative.
Oh,
I don't remember giving it specific commands, but you could see up to like 100 feet.
Yeah, like I think you can see through its eyes for forever, but you can only give it direct command up to 100 feet
yeah,
from you.
that's correct.
So
Well,
you guys go ahead.
I don't know if there's any more goblins coming our way from being alerted, so I don't know how much time we have to spare. We should just go on and
Well, we kind of did that, and the little one here fell in a hole.
well, I think that's why we should always be checking where we're walking.
Yeah, but it means it's gonna go slow anyway. But you wanted to send your little skeleton rat?
Yes, even if it's just a little bit ahead of us, it might be worth a shot.
We could send them, but how stealthy is it?
That's something I forgot to ask Josh. Josh, I don't think there's actually a squirrel. I was originally going to use a cat.
Yeah. So I feel like it's a skeleton squirrel though, so that's probably out of the ordinary. I was gonna say if
Yeah.
it's just like a regular old squirrel, I feel like it's pretty stealthy, just because everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, look, a squirrel." But a skeleton squirrel will definitely uh be noticed. So hold on, let me check something. And I can answer. I think there's actually
I know there's a lot of homebrew squirrels who are pretty awesome, but
that's what I was looking for. Actually, there's a um. So stealth is a +4.
Hmm,
okay.
nice.
Yeah.
Stealthier than my own.
I could probably make this character for you and just turn it into a squirrel. Sure. For your own ability to kind of look at it. I'm gonna send this direct message.
We could work on making the thing later if, like, just read
Yeah.
off the.
So I'll give you a character sheet to make it, but I sent you a link to the 5e squirrel.
Gotcha. Okay.
So yeah, that's how dexter or stealthy he is. That's the word I'm looking for.
Looks good
And
to
they
me.
have advantage on all dexterity saves.
Sounds about right.
And advantage on all wisdom checks related to their sense of smell.
Alright, we good?
And if
Does
they,
that work for all of us if I just have my companion here run ahead of the path we're going?
I mean,
Are we supposed to wait here until your squirrel's done looking around, or are we going to walk slowly behind it?
I'd say just give it a minute head start, then we follow up behind it.
All right.
and then question. So does anyone have a torch?
yeah, somebody
Iris
pulled out.
says.
Oh yes. So
I have.
Althea, you no longer have your white light spell because when you went unconscious, it went out.
Okay, I can just do it again, right?
Yeah, it's just a cantrip. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it is. So I'm
Okay.
just gonna do that again on my sword again.
Okay. And you're gonna send your squirrel out ahead.
Yes, and I'm also gonna have my. I'm gonna go and recast False Life because I
Now,
found out I could do that.
remember when you're looking through the eyes of your squirrel, you can't actually see. Um, so like somebody would have to like lead you if you wanted to be walking.
Yeah, it sounds like we're standing still.
I was gonna grab on coattails of someone. Um,
Yeah, don't fall in the hole.
who's does it look like?
Well,
What's our marching order right now?
Alfia's right next to you, and I'm right next to you.
Hmm.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Iris is just gonna grab onto the hem of Alfia's skirt and follow her.
Okay. So this cave corridor is about 15 feet wide, wide enough for about three of you guys to walk in a line or like abreast. And like I said, it extends as far as the torchlight can reach to the north. So what's the marching order like? Who's up front? Who's in the middle?
It should be right there on the map.
It is, but
But
you
we're
guys
not
are
moving.
like
I
you're all
thought
kind of like
he said the
spread
rat
out.
was going forward.
He is. Are you guys just gonna stay here until he comes back?
That's what I thought was happening. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys send the your you guys all watch as this the squirrel kind of like leaps off of um uh Iris's no. What's your name again?
Iris.
Iris. Okay, off of Iris's hand and goes scuttling down the hallway, and you see Iris as your squirrel kind of runs down the hallway. Um this hallway seems to extend like 70, 80 feet down to the north, and then he comes to an opening where the cave kind of expands out into a larger chamber. Um it kind of like curves off to the left, um like 30 or 40 feet as far as you can see, and it continues straight as well. For another like as far as you can see, and you see kind of across the where the cave kind of opens up, there appears to be another kind of chamber off to the left. And is he gonna stand here for a little while, or is he gonna are you gonna come back? He just that's what he sees.
Um, provided there's nothing that stands out in the bigger
Actually,
cavern that he's in right now, he's gonna
have
wait for us, and I'm just gonna tell everyone to start moving forward.
have a your squirrel make a perception check.
17.
So, as he kind of stops and is looking into the corridor, he hears the sound of footsteps and smells like this kind of like musty kind of like smell of decay as it appears to be coming from the passage to the north. And he hears like footsteps and like low grumbling kind of voices.
I'll go ahead and have the squirrel hide somewhere,
Okay,
and I'll just come pop back to everyone else.
roll a
There's
stealth check for your squirrel. Oh yeah. He
Nice.
freaking actually cool thing, he kind of like climbs
Turns to
one of the
bones.
walls, and as he's climbing up on the wall, he notices that there's all kinds of little tunnels and nooks and like little recesses in the walls all over the place, and he notices that several of them appear to be like dug into the cave walls, like little tunnels. But while he's hiding, what were you gonna say, Iris?
Kaden, you're saying something?
Oh.
You were gonna say something.
I wasn't saying.
I don't remember what I was gonna say.
Oh,
I guess I was probably saying There's a large cavern up ahead. It smells like death up there. I didn't notice any traps, but it appears to be clear at the least. And there's definitely goblins or something along those lines down there.
I mean, doesn't mean the kids aren't that way, but we could start avoiding that direction if we need to pull back. It could be in the cards. Um, who? So Arius, Heather. Rogues are pretty good at like checking for traps. So dungeons and stuff like this are like really good for rogues.
Okay.
Do you know how to? Do you know where your investigation is on your character sheet?
Let me check. Yeah.
What is
And
it?
what rate? You're a high elf, correct?
I'm what?
You're a high elf.
Yeah.
So just so you know, your character has dark vision. So
Uh-huh.
like for your character in a situation like this, what you would be perfect for is kind of like, you know how he sent the squirrel up there to go investigate?
Mm-hmm.
You would be the perfect scout, like because you can move ahead without any light, and so it's
Okay.
easier for you to stay hidden. Whereas if everyone with that needs light is walking up behind you, that light is like a dead giveaway that there's somebody there.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah.
Okay.
What was your
So-
investigation?
It says 1
Oh, you only have a 1
next to it.
investigation?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Well, maybe I'll do it.
well, just because it's based on her
That's intelligence, isn't it?
yeah.
Okay.
Which
Well,
I think is kind of stupid.
yeah. Okay. We might be. What's everyone's investigation? Just so I know I'm not.
Mine's a 2.
Okay.
plus
3.
2.
0.
Okay. So yeah, it's gonna be me.
Okay, and then do you have dark vision as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tieflings have dark vision.
Okay, so what are you guys gonna do?
Well, I can. I'm not the most defensive, but back in my day, I was pretty good at sneaking into places and making sure people don't step on traps. So I can retake that position. It seems like a good idea to me.
Yes.
Question for you guys. Your animal companions, if they were to see something, are they able to alert you? Or do you have to be looking through their eyes for you to control them?
They have a passive perception, so they can. But I think it's usually you would tell them. But it depends on you, I guess, on if you want to role play that they have a relationship with us, or if it's I tell them, hey, make sure you tell me if something's in the area, because then you would just use their passive perception to see if they notice something.
So here's the situation. So his squirrel would be seeing something right now. Would he be able to communicate that with
Oh, I
Iris?
see. I don't think telekinetically. It would have to be him come over and be like.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. He can't reach out with his mind and be like, "Hey, you should enter my eyes again because you see something."
Unless you're cool with that.
I kind of feel like it's more of you would have to consciously insert yourself into their eyes.
Yeah.
I don't think they'd be able to telepathically be like, "Hey, pay attention to me."
Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's like a one-way telepathy.
Correct. I think you control that link.
I figure halfway down this tunnel, I'll check in again.
All right.
Okay.
Is there anyone have problems with me? What I was saying?
No.
Okay.
You got it.
Right after you, my kind sir.
So, I would like to start moving forward in stealth
Okay.
and checking for traps.
And how far ahead are you guys going to let him get?
I'm going
40?
to walk maybe 20 feet behind him. Maybe
Do
15. 15.
I'll do 15 feet as well.
So I will tell you this. The way dark vision works is if there's other light, that kind of like spoils it. It's not like he can be in light and see into darkness.
Well,
It's
I don't
either
have any light.
what I
on me,
mean
so-
is if you guys bring a torch with him within 40 feet of him, he won't be able to use his dark vision.
I mean, I
I'll
can
just say
take
40
it
feet back.
off, but
Then everyone would be in
Um,
darkness.
I mean, I have dark vision too.
You'll just stay
So-
in the behind.
So some people hold hands, and then the rest will guide you.
Kind of what I'm getting at is you guys should probably give him like 40 feet in front of
A
you.
lot of feet.
It
I'm
is.
going to be
Even-
15 feet behind him.
Okay.
Oh wait, it's a 20-foot radius.
Is it 20 feet? I thought it was 40.
Yeah, nope, it's 20.
Oh, perfect.
So I'll stay like 25 feet behind them.
Perfect. Okay. So I should fix that. Okay, so you kind of set off down the corridor.
Can I roll for stealth, or do I need to? Or
Yes, I was just about to say roll stealth and also
Okay.
perception.
All of us?
Just are you guys all trying to be stealthy?
Yeah.
I mean,
Then
I'm trying to be quiet, I guess.
then yes, everyone roll a stealth.
I'm out
Not
of
much better.
practice. I'm stepping on rocks, and
So Zayla.
No, it wasn't.
you said a
awful.
perception check
Yes.
or an investigation.
Investigation.
Okay.
I don't know why I always say perception.
Well,
I mean
Not bad
investigation.
investigation. So especially early on, 15 is good.
So Arius and Althea, you guys feel like you're being pretty stealthy. Ayla and
Right.
as you kind of see like Caden like melt into the darkness as he moves forward, you hear like a pile of rocks just skipping across the floor, and you hear Hayden be like, "Shit!" And as you guys are heading down the corridor, Caden, you get about 60 feet, 70 feet down the corridor, and you can see it start to open up into that passageway, and you hear goblin voices talking about, I hate this job. He's always making us do this. This is the dirty work. He's like, yeah, but, you know, remember the last guy that stood up to him? Got all of his blood drained right out of his body. And you see these two goblins, and both of them have a small body by the wrist, one with each arm, and roll a perception check.
$11.
Actually, which one of you guys speak Goblin?
I do.
Do you speak Goblin, Caden?
Nope.
So actually, all you hear is.
How many of them are there?
There's two goblins dragging a body behind them, and you can see this body. Just from its size, it's very like 3 feet tall, maybe, and it looks to be like emaciated. You can't make out much more than that, but it looks like it's like the skin seems to be like sunken into its tummy,
Oh,
and like it's like you can see the ribs and stuff through the flesh, and like its arms are like skeletal
and there's
as they're dragging this kind of to the west, near the or through the corridor,
and there's
or through the like the place where it opens up.
two goblins.
Yes, two goblins.
Okay. All right. And I didn't find any traps, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Should I move my character? Because
Yes. Let's do this. Hold on. So draw something quick. Dynamic lighting layer.
I can't find a bottle opener anywhere.
That's not ideal. So you are like right here, right as the thing starts to kind of open up, and the rest of you guys are about 25 feet behind him. Do you have your bird with you?
No, no.
So imagine like this whole area is that long kind of corridor.
He's on the map, the bird, but he's just not
Yeah.
with me. There he is. Okay. Sorry, I didn't see it. And the goblins went this way.
And you see the goblins. Hold on, let me put them on that. And so they're right there heading like this direction.
Okay.
And they're dragging a body behind them. What are you gonna do?
I'm going to let them by.
Okay, do you say anything to the people behind you?
Well, they're far back. I don't want to whisper. Well, there's goblins. So I might start moving backwards to tell them.
Okay, yes, that's what I was gonna say. Because if the light keeps coming, they'll eventually see it.
Yeah. So I back up.
Okay.
And I tell them to stay back, with my hands. And then I come up to them. Alright, I saw two goblins heading west through the tunnels. They were carrying a body. Could I tell if it was alive or dead?
It wasn't moving.
I'm not sure if it was living, but it was definitely emaciated. I would have honestly ambushed them if I had any means to, but I'm not particularly a ranged individual. Do you guys want to try to pursue?
And you said you just it, it wasn't a lot of goblins.
It was two.
No. I think we can take them.
We better hurry then. Alright.
All right.
Does everyone else agree? Or how's everyone else on board with this?
Yes. Should
Yeah.
we let you guys take the opening shot, then the rest run up with the light?
Who takes the opening shot?
Whoever has dark vision.
Oh. How about you, Arius?
Yeah, you could go.
Yeah, go shoot them up.
I do have my bow and arrow too, so I could stay far.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could go surprise them if you
Oh, that's
Roll.
true.
go roll a decent stealth.
Okay. I do
Like-
have good stealth.
This would be a good time for you to run up, kind of stick to the wall over here, and just fire a shot at them, unaware, because you'll get advantage and sneak attack bonus.
Okay. So roll stealth.
Yes. Okay. So this you. All right. So you kind of run up there, and is anyone going with her?
I'm following near behind.
Yeah, it's far enough back that they don't see the lights do anything.
Yeah, I don't have a light, so they wouldn't see anything. I'm assuming.
So the thing is if you leave the light of a torch or a light spell, you're completely blind, so you'll have disadvantage on all your attacks.
Do the goblins not have light?
They have dark vision.
Well, then I would be disadvantaged anyway if I was going to go head to head for them.
Well, unless you brought your light with you, and then you'd be able to, or whoever had the light
Yeah.
was within 20 feet of them, you'd be able to see them then.
Yeah, but we're trying to make sure that we don't blow the surprise attack.
Correct. Trying to stay in cover right now. So where you're here. So Althea, you have a light spell on you, right?
Yes.
Okay. So just for you guys, so you know who has the light. Let me put a token on them so you can kind of see that they're emitting light. So do you guys see the token on Althea?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
so she is emitting
Professor.
light for 20 feet. Now, what I'm going to try to do eventually is make it so that none of you guys can see unless something else is emitting light. But the problem is, every time I try to do that, like, I get it wrong, so nobody can see. So I don't want to do it in the middle of the session. Okay, who else has dark vision and doesn't have light?
I have
I
dark
don't have
vision.
light.
Okay, I think
Does the dwarf have dark vision?
no, he
Okay.
has low light
We
vision.
could do the bleeding eye for dark vision.
That's
Dark
true.
vision.
There you go. If you have dark vision, tell me and I'll put a bleeding eye on it so you know
I
you can
have
see.
dark vision,
Well, yeah, but
but
you're
I
holding the
also have
light.
the light.
But you, because you're holding the light, your dark vision doesn't work unless you turn off the light. Okay,
Okay.
You could also
Alright.
cast it on somebody else.
you can do that as well.
Althea, do you want to
but-
leave the light with me and you could go ahead? Since you could see.
Hold up.
I should also mention that Iris still has her torch. And I figure she's probably a little bit back from everyone still.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, I can just cast it on fucking Iris then.
Correct.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that then. And take it off of my sword and cast it onto Iris. So now Iris is just one glowing person.
Oh.
Absolutely. Okay, so you can run forward as well, and then I'm taking it you guys want to kind of ambush them.
Correct.
Perfect. So by the time you guys get up there, they're kind of right here. And I'm guessing you guys kind of followed with her.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
So, everyone roll. Find my initiative tracker. Everyone roll initiative.
It's pretty basic.
Good owl.
Oh, damn.
Fuck you, goblin.
Okay. So
I
that,
mean, luckily that was not on an attack.
Right?
all right. So he is surprised. So he skips his turn. It's your owl's turn.
Alright. So the owl can move 60 feet. It's going to use its action as the help action and give. He's going to help me, or Caden, and give me advantage on the next attack and then fly back this way.
Okay. So it is your turn now, Caden.
Yes. Alright, this is probably a bad idea, but I'm going to run up and I'm going to try to use, since they're next to each other, the blue. I'm going to use Piercing Song and then Blue Frost Piercer. My
Okay.
cantrip.
So as you go running up towards them, your owl kind of like swoops down on them and like flaps its wing in front of their face, and you see as the goblin's like, "What the hell?" and like puts his hands over his head, and right as he does that, you rush up behind him and go ahead and make your attacks.
Okay. Bottom. Yay.
Oh yeah, that hits for sure.
And then
Go ahead and
so there's this, and then the one next to it takes 5 ice damage.
so you rush up, and this thing has its hands over its head, and you rush up behind it and just pierce your freaking your blade through its chest, and you hear like it spreads its arms, and you see like a gout of blood shoot out of its mouth, and it drops limp next to you, and there's like a burst of blue cold energy that kind of explodes out, and uh just hundreds of little tiny ice needles just shoot through the other goblin's flesh, and you see blood spray up into the air in a fine mist. And Ayla, it is your turn. This one is dead.
Oops.
So I can't do like I wouldn't be able to see anything over there, so I'm going to hold an action until I could see an enemy, I
Okay,
guess.
absolutely.
And the action that I'm going to hold would be my my morning star, just the weapon.
Okay, and then Althea's turn, and wait,
Um,
it shouldn't have. Hold on, that's not correct. Um, and Arius, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna move up to the goblin, and then I'm gonna use my claw dagger, um, to try and slice its neck.
Okay, go ahead and roll an attack with advantage.
How do I do the
Just
advantage, or do I
just roll
just
the
get...
regular attack and take the higher of the two numbers.
Okay.
So it's a
20.
20 instead of a 16.
Oh, okay.
And so that hits. Go ahead and roll damage. So, Hayden kind of runs up on it, stabs his rapier through one of them. You see this burst of like ice needles shoot out in a spray of blood, and as the other goblin starts to fall down, you kind of jump up behind it, grab it by the neck, pull its head back, and slit its throat, and like gently ease it down to the ground. And basically, you just assassinated these two completely silently. Um, and now that you guys are up here, standing next to this body, you can see that this is the body of what appears to be um, a 7 or 8 year old child, and its flesh is like basically like paper around its bones. It looks like the body has been completely drained of any kind of fluid or liquid, and you see kind of in its chest there appears to be like a little um inch long straight cut right where its heart would be. And um do any of you guys have proficiency in medicine?
Let me check.
no,
Nope.
I don't.
Negative.
Yep,
Yeah, I have -1.
I have 5.
So
Is it
as
a
you
blue check mark?
Yeah.
Oh,
I have
sweet.
a, I have a, yeah.
okay, so you guys two of you do. Whoever has proficiency in medicine, roll a medicine check.
Both of us or just one?
Both of you.
Wait, proficiency means blue check, right?
Yes.
Okay, then no, I only have +2 modifier. I don't have an actual proficiency in it.
Okay. So Ayla, it's up to you. You can either take some time to investigate the wound, or you can take the 10 and give it like a once over.
I'll take some time to investigate the wound.
Okay. So you see as Ayla kind of kneels down. What's up, Tierney? Tierney, it's only 7:41. You'll make me come tuck you in again. Okay, give me 10 minutes and I'll be in there. Let me finish what I'm describing and then I'll come in and tuck you in, okay? Okay, don't roll your eyes at me, child. So you see as Ayla kind of kneels down and you start to kind of like feel her limbs or feel the child's limbs and kind of like investigate the wound, and you kind of like pull it open and see what's going on there, and you can tell that the wound appears to be from a straight bladed weapon that appears to have been stabbed through her chest directly into the heart, and it appears that the body has been completely drained of blood.
Okay.
All of the organs and everything are still there. Uh, it just has literally no blood left in the body whatsoever.
Like the heart is still there.
Correct. But it's
Okay.
like collapsed and sunken in on itself, like all of the blood has been sucked
Are they
out
alive?
of it. Oh, they're very much dead.
Um, I'll lift my head and look at everyone. The there's no blood left in this child. It's just like they just drained it all through this cut here, straight into the heart, sucked it out.
Wow, that's very strange.
Well, I hope we'll be able to find at least children alive here, but it almost seems like they're using it as some sort of ritual sacrifice. Is my assumption anyway.
Yeah. Hopefully they're not feeding it as a snack to something bigger.
I feel like if it was being fed as a snack, it would be the body would be brutalized a little bit worse than just a clean cut
Yeah.
and no blood.
I was imagining a straw, but yeah, it's fair.
And are you guys gonna investigate the bodies or just of the goblins?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna let you guys use that same crit that you rolled for the thing, and you start looking at the goblins as well, and you notice how. So you probably spent a lot of times around goblins and shit like that. They probably exist in the Fey realm. So you know that most of the goblins that you see have like this kind of pale, kind of like a greenish color to them, but they're kind of like light green. These goblins are very, very dark green, and as you kind of look at them, you can see that their veins are like a darker black color. And if you look at their eyes appear instead of the like the what is that called? The whites of their eyes are no longer white. They're actually like a blood red color.
Hmm. Oh, take note of how these goblins look. Do you guys see that there's a difference in their coloring? Um, they're a wee bit darker than normal. Look at these. Ugh, the eyes.
Well, Althea, you speak Goblin. I assume that means you know a decent amount about them. You've seen anything like this?
Uh-huh.
Roll a nature check.
Oh, okay. Wow,
Yep.
and I had a +4. Wow.
Well,
They look like goblins to you.
I never really learned anything about them. I just knew a lot of them, so I learned how to speak it.
Well, this is strange, but we'll probably learn more as we go on.
So as you guys kind of look around,
Or
you
not.
guys see that you guys are right at the mouth of what appears to be a cave, like kind of entrance that leads to another chamber. You can see kind of into that chamber just a little bit. It appears to be like a large kind of circular chamber. Um, the chamber that you guys are currently in kind of extends to the west about 30 feet and ends in another long tall cliff, but unlike the rest of the cave, which you can actually see the ceiling, and it has like these stalactites is it the stalactites that hang from the ceiling?
Yes.
I don't know, but these stalactites kind of hanging down from the ceiling. um you can't see a roof. It appears like the cave kind of gets taller, um, where this kind of rock wall is, like almost like there's like another level on top of it, but you can't really make it out with the light that you guys currently have.
All right.
So you guys talk about that for a second. I'm gonna go tuck Tierney in before she comes back at her. I'll be right back.
So it sounds like that's the only way forward, or did I mishear that there's other
I
exits
think he
or
just
entrances?
says that we see that, but I can clearly see there's more stuff over here.
I'm pretty sure this is an accurate representation.
I don't know. I'll ask him when he gets back because I thought he was just describing this because it was right in front of us. But
Yeah, maybe it is. I don't know what goes on in his
they
head.
were dragging the
I'm gonna
bodies
help
that way,
Alistair.
so it might make sense to go that way still.
It sounds like we have to go. The way I interpret it is that we go down, like it goes downwards, not upward. Or did y'all interpret that different?
Oh, I thought you said it was a
So
cliff.
you have to climb up that wall.
Yeah, I thought he said this was a cliff, right? So maybe he meant this part is down like a ramp.
That's how I took it, but maybe someone else took it up.
So this down, down, and then this is up. I think. Well, we'll find out.
I guess we'll just go that way. Same plan as before.
Yeah.
Squirrel looks around. If it's a big room, do you think Birdie will have a better shot?
I mean, your squirrel has higher stealth, so any advantage on stealth is better.
Valid.
Yeah,
Okay.
I feel like for the cave, yeah, but if we're like out in the woods, I'll get like advantage on perception checks, where I'll do better there. Wait, does your squirrel have night vision?
Yes.
Okay, then yeah, you're good. You can smell
For
better
30
than me,
feet.
but
I'm pretty sure that cave is way bigger than 30 feet.
I'd say the advantage I have is I get advantage on vision.
And I'll be right back. I have to go see if my car has a freaking can opener or
Okay.
bottle opener.
Alright, I'm gonna make another drink
What
then.
kind of house doesn't have a freaking bottle opener in it, man? This fucks up.
I have returned.
I think they left.
What a bunch of bastards. Okay, that's fine. What'd
Yeah.
they leave for?
Michael's going to find a bottle opener. Adam is trying to convince Alistair to take a bite of spaghetti.
I'll never
He sa-
understand.
He
How
says, "Please don't do this to my life."
Spaghetti is delicious. You should just eat it.
No.
I had so many plans for this weekend. I was gonna do all kinds of shit, and instead I just sat on my ass all weekend. Did nothing.
I started cleaning out our garage and did some weeding in the yard. Now my back is all achy from the weeding.
I bet. I wanted to like finish my fish tank stands and clean out the room that they're gonna go in and like get the tops installed. But I didn't even go buy any of the wood. I just freaking did nothing and then went to the movies and then came home and played D&D.
Very, very nice.
Very frustrating though. I did all this work and I'm like, it's just too much effort to do it. I only got 1 day off last week, so I'm very tired.
Hey, but at least you sold a car.
That is very true. I'm I'm having about as good of a month as anyone else because of that car. I am tied for
That's
second
good.
with the most cars at two whole cars.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's not like they actually sent me home on Sunday because they were like, "Yeah, there is just nothing going on. You can go home." Not that I'm complaining. I always like to leave early.
Alright, I'm back.
Never is.
I made myself another drink.
That's important.
Indeed.
I need to teach you guys how to open beers with lighters. Should never need a bottle opener.
Just open it with another bottle.
Or screw tops.
That works too, but if you just have a lighter, you just fucking pop that shit right up.
I know how to do it with countertops, if it's a sharp edge.
Very similar to a countertop, the way you do it on a countertop, but like you just wrap your fist around the neck and then wedge the lighter underneath the lid and your finger and then pop it up.
So now we're just waiting for Michael, right?
I believe so.
I also did some homework today and accidentally deleted the entire thing.
Oh.
I'm back.
Oh, here's Michael. Okay.
Okay, so you guys just finished killing everything. What's the plan?
Oh, I think did you say this was an area, or does this not exist?
Correct. Yes, this is a big. This is like a cave entrance to a large open
So
chamber.
caveception. And
Correct.
then you said this is like downhill, and this goes up.
So yeah, it kind of like leads to this wall, and then the wall kind of goes up, and there's a roof over most of it, like all of this area from here. But you can see that there's no ceiling. Like it looks like you could probably climb that wall
Gotcha.
to like another level.
Well, we can either go into this inner cave or attempt to climb that wall. I will say it did look like the goblins were headed that direction.
So
Towards
where
the
you
wall or
killed
the-
them, it looked like the goblins were heading into this room here.
That's what I said.
Okay.
Yep,
Okay.
totally that.
So, think we should go with the goblins? They're supposed to be congregating, hoping we could find the children there.
Yes, and I think that'd be where they came from then, right?
Yeah, I'm wondering that. But that's where you smelled the yuckiness. Or not you, but your rodent.
Yes, I presume that's about right. I'll hop
Uh,
in the rodent right now and do it, actually.
Which direction
You,
did you say you smelled it from?
was it over here?
So, the smell that you smelled did seem like it was coming from over here, but as you guys get close to these goblins, you're pretty sure that's what the goblin was smelling. Go ahead and roll perception checks.
Whoever has the biggest
Since
PvP.
you're talking about it, you Anton, or sorry,
That's my other character. Alright. My fantabulous perception. Hey, not bad.
So as you guys are kind of like talking, you can smell like it's not like a musty kind of rotty smell, but it's like the smell of death coming from this direction.
Oh,
The
sorry.
smell of like rotting
Where'd you ping?
corpses.
That way? So maybe they were taking the body that direction. It seems stinky that way.
I think he was pinging the dead goblins.
That makes
No,
sense.
right here.
Up north.
No.
So I do agree they could be. There's a few things that could be happening. Either they're all held up where they were dragging the body from, or they took this boy when he was more lively, sucked the blood out of him over there, and then dragged him over here to dispose of the body over here. So it doesn't mean the body's that way. We could find whatever's sucking the blood out of him, though.
Well, I suppose whatever's doing this needs to be dealt with sooner or later anyway.
Well, I'm here to find kids.
Did you just say you're here? We're here to find kids?
Kids are the ones that have been missing.
Yes, I know. We are here to find kids, but are they not mutually exclusive?
If we just save the kids and leave the thing down there, it'll just get more kids later.
That's true. Or we could tell the maybe officials to send more experienced people to slay whatever's here. Or they'll send us back in here to slay it.
What if the kids are down there?
It's possible. We can go and check it out. Is that what you guys are wanting?
Yes.
Alright. It's okay to run, though, if it's something.
Siding with Caden on this one. Now that he mentions it, maybe the tower could send somebody more prepared for something worse than us.
I just get a really bad feeling about this. I don't like the way
How
this
about
kid
you?
looks.
Area Selphia. And
I'm not sure.
Humbert.
I'm quite suspicious of this little goblin child, but I feel like we could handle it.
I suppose if its minions were representative of it, then yeah.
So where did you guys wanna? Were you guys gonna? Which direction were you guys wanting to go?
Althea, did you want to weigh in or no?
I don't have an opinion on this.
I love you.
'Cause
Or
I
Humbert.
don't care either way.
Alright, that it's essentially 2-1 for not going this way.
All
2
right.
to 2, I think.
2-2. Who was the other one that wanted to go?
I thought Arius and Ayla.
Arius said she didn't know. Or
No.
All right, then let's. If we can't find the children over here, then we'll come back and look for the children over here.
Sounds good.
Alright, but we still have different directions to choose. This way or this way.
Oh,
wanna
for crying
have-
out! We are wasting time. Let's
Let's
just
go
choose the
with-
direction.
Let's go where the goblins were going.
This side has a cliffside, so I don't even know if we like.
And
we'd
then
have
there's
to climb up that.
there's another
We're not going that way.
passageway that leads to the north this direction.
That's a scary place. We're going this way.
Okay. All right. So you guys are gonna head into the chamber directly in front of you.
Correct.
Yes. Same marching order?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Oh.
Did you
Skip
want
back
to
a
change
little bit
position?
Well, I wanted to maybe push up a little bit
Yeah.
because
You're using your night vision now.
yeah, because Iris has the light.
So I'm gonna guess the three of you guys kind of in front,
Change
the
your
rest
icon.
of the rest of you behind.
Yeah.
I guess
need-
Humbert's
I
just
need-
keeping
I
me
need
company.
my icon.
Okay. So as you guys kind of head into the chamber to the north, It appears to be this large kind of open cavern. The ceiling extends or extends up to like 50 feet ahead of you, above you, and more stalactites kind of hanging down from the ceiling. As you guys walk in, let me check to make sure I don't have any training it. Nope. So you guys kind of walk in, and as you guys walk into the chamber, you see that against the northern kind of wall, there's the chamber kind of ends, and there's this kind of gradually sloping pit until it comes to a spot where it drops off in a sheer cliff, and there's like a large pit in the floor. As you kind of look around, you can see that there's another one of those kind of like emaciated bodies, kind of on the slope right here, and you can see um drag marks from this area here down into the pit.
Looks like they were disposing of the bodies here. I guess. I feel
How
like
many do you see?
that's likely. Well, looks like one is hanging on to the edge. The rest are probably into the darkness. But I guess that changes our path a bit.
And as you guys are kind of talking, I need Althea, Iris, and Caden to roll perception checks.
Do, 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 do.
After saying met Arius.
Yes, that's what I. So Arius, you make a perception check as well. Heather.
Oh, I thought you said Iris.
I meant Arius. Okay, so as you guys are kind of talking, all of a sudden the body that was kind of hanging onto the cliff right here jerks down into the pit
Nope.
and
Nope.
disappears.
I don't like that. Alright, I would like everyone to survive. Let's move on.
All right.
Should we go back the other way?
Do you want to try that cliff face? See if we can. What I'm worried about with that is falling down. Or we go that direction, which seems easier traveling, but I worry that's where the blood's getting sucked out. That makes me nervous, but I'm not in charge here.
It's how tall is the cliff?
The one out here?
Yeah. No, I'm asking him because I can't see it because of dark vision.
Yeah,
Yeah.
how tall is that?
It looks to be like 50, 60 feet tall.
Uh,
Yeah, it's a pretty tall order. It's like
Hmm.
50 feet up.
Well,
It'll take some work getting up, especially if you can't see. We'll either have to risk more light or something.
was there another direction we could go?
Yeah, there was two paths out that way.
Then I guess we're going that way.
Fair enough. Everyone ready?
And as you guys are talking, I need 3 more perception checks from the same 3.
ah,
Oh,
So
nice.
Althea, as they're kind of talking, you're kind of like examining over towards the cliff, and you see as multiple tentacle like extrusions kind of like pop up over the edge of the cliff and start feeling along the dirt. And as you're watching, you see this large white kind of like bulbous head start to peek its way out from the pit.
Um, Caden,
Yeah.
we need to get out of here.
Why? What's up?
There's like a weird creature coming out of the pit over there.
And I look over and oh no, nope, I don't like that.
And as you say that, you see
Nope,
as
definitely
this
don't like that.
starts to pull itself out of the cliff. What are you guys gonna do?
I think it's time to go. Run.
Yeah,
Right.
I could agree with that.
Where are we running?
I'll come get you.
Anywhere.
All right, and I'll run and like grab her hand and pull her along.
This way?
Yeah, we're gonna head that way.
Okay, you guys go running off.
Do we hear it giving chase or anything?
Nope. You don't hear anything, any kind of pursuit or anything like that. However, you do hear it like scuffling around in the dirt. And what are you guys going to do? Like, and decide quickly. If you stand around and talk, I'm going to tell you something else that happened.
All right, let's keep going, but quietly and fast. So as
Alright.
fast as we can, stealth.
Yes. Go ahead and roll stealth at disadvantage.
Okay.
Oh.
Ooh, that's okay. I'm right there with you.
Ooh.
Oh.
Getting a bit old, guys.
Oh
All
my
right.
god.
I
So-
figure Humbert and I just watch them start running away from the other side and just.
Hold on. My owl. See if it's just as bad as I am. Yeah, not bad.
Yeah,
All right. So as you guys are kind of like running away, you notice as Althea and Ayla trip
it's
over a pile of rocks that is kind of like collected on the floor, and there's a huge clatter as these rocks go spraying in all different directions, and Ayla actually falls down to her knees, and Althea stumbles, and as you hear that, you hear this high-pitched squealing sound come from the chamber that you just left, and you hear the sound of something large running at a high rate of speeds towards you from out of there. Everybody, I'm going to get rid of my turn order again, and then you're all going to roll initiative. All right, everyone roll initiative.
We tried.
What the fuck are these rolls?
Yeah, that was really, really loud.
Yeah, I ate shit.
I mean, you guys were going to get away, and then you guys rolled a 1 on.
Should Humbert and I be more like over for the circumstance?
That's not my roll. My roll is a 20.
Yes, you guys
The
are
fuck?
away from where you guys are now. So you guys were all running this direction.
Okay.
So you guys can be over here.
There we go. Okay. It kept it.
All right, Arius, it's your turn. You kind of are running away as you see Ayla
Kaden.
and Althea kick these rocks and they go scattering. You see as Ayla falls to her knees and Althea just kind of like stumbles and like catches herself as she's falling.
I rolled
And
a 1
as
too.
that happens, you rolled a 1 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He rolled a 3. I rolled a 1. And she rolled a 1.
Actually, so you trip over the rocks, you fall down, she trips over you,
Yep.
and Althea stumbles into them, and you guys all kind of fall down in a heap.
I mean, it makes sense. Me and Ayla were holding hands, and she can't see.
Yeah.
So we both rolled nat ones.
So, Arius, it's your turn.
We'll go down together.
Okay. I look at them and I say, "Oh shit." And then I have to be closer to do the crossbow, right?
Nope, you should have crossbow, I believe,
Yeah,
is
good.
Okay.
60, 120. So yeah, well within range of the crossbow.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Okay,
Thunk, thunk.
go ahead and roll an attack. So you fire the crossbow, kind of like behind you as you're running, and you don't get the angle quite right, and it just ricochets off the tough hide of the insect rushing towards you. Oh, I need to roll for Humbert. You're right. I always forget about it.
Hello,
Poor
Humbert.
And his name is actually I changed it because it's too much like the other guy. His name is actually
Humbert and Bumbert.
no, Garland. His name is Garland.
Oh.
Garland Peace him. Okay, and are you gonna move or anything, Arius?
Is there anything else I can do?
You can move. You can use your cunning action, to hide or something like that. Um, Other than that, that's kind of like your two things you can do right now. You use your action, so you have a bonus action and your movement.
Yeah. If you try to hide, you could get advantage on your next attack.
Correct.
Okay, then I'll try and hide so I could get a better.
So all you have to do to be able to hide is break line of sight of the thing that you're trying to hide from.
Yeah. So just like over there.
Yes.
Or
so if
here,
you like move
where
over
we've
here,
already
down
been at least.
here.
So I can move like right here.
You'd have to move back like maybe one more space.
No.
No, like
Yeah.
to here.
There you go.
Yeah. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's 25 feet. She's
That would be perfect. And then you would use your bonus action to hide. So go ahead and roll stealth.
nice.
You disappear. You flatten yourself against the wall. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure. Make sure that this guy doesn't see you. But you are unable to hide. Well, no, this guy doesn't. He uses smell. I think you're too far away for him to smell
Well,
you.
I
Never mind.
think
I'll just.
in combat it would be. Would they roll to perceive them unless they're looking for them?
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm gonna say. He's not specifically looking for you.
Okay.
And he like he's a carrion crawler. He can't actually fucking see. He just uses smell to taste the air. Okay, so Caden, it's your turn.
Oh.
Use half your movement to stand up.
Oh, yep. There I go. I'm on my feet. All right, that's my owl. I'm going to go ahead and blade song.
Okay.
For the first time now, because I don't know how strong this thing is, and it scares me. So that'll put my AC at 16, and I forget the rest, but for now I'll just do that. And I believe my movement goes up to 40. So
Okay.
if it was half my movement, we'll say it's still half.
So yeah, you could move 20 feet.
All right. I'm going to go here. No. I'm going to go here and use my action to. Fuck, I don't know. I'm scared. I don't want to go be the first one to attack because if I get hit in one shot. Spell.
I will say this thing is it's maybe it looks like a large like caterpillar. It has this great big bulbous head with all of these long 4 to 6 foot long tentacles surrounding its circular mouth. As you see it open its circular mouth, it looks like it has this ring of like multiple rows of teeth. Each of the tentacles have like a little barb at the end of it, and you can see that they appear to be dripping like a greenish, like noxious substance from each of the
Oh, I
tentacles.
don't like that.
When it kind of like rears up, it stands about 8 feet tall. It's about 6 feet wide and about 12 feet long.
this. Somebody's got to hit it. I'm gonna, run up there with the music. So my blade pulses with this like faint, like rainbowish aura, and you hear music coming through it. And my character will almost dancingly move with 15 feet, which is half my movement, into combat range. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm just gonna try to booming blade attack it. So it requires a regular hit. Does a 10 hit?
I do not believe so, but let me make sure. Unfortunately, so like you go to stab it, and just like the arrow that uh Arius shot, it kind of glances off of its tough, thick hide. Like it actually like pierces it, but you can tell it's just piercing its flesh. It's not getting to anything like vulnerable.
And then I do that and I say, shit, this isn't good. And I end my turn.
And as you do that, it rears up, and you see as the tentacles kind of like splay in every direction. In fact, one of them slams down onto the body of the child on the ground,
Oh.
and it drags it up into the air, and you see it just stuff it into its mouth as it like crunches down on the body, and it eats it in one bite. And Ayla, it's your turn.
Hey, that's about to be me.
Okay. So I can't see anything that's going on still, correct? I'm over here.
So you can see 20 feet around Iris.
Okay, so no, that would be a no. All right, so
Correct.
then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast. Hold on, what is that? Hold on, let me find it. Shield of Faith. There it is. I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on myself, and that gives me 2 extra AC.
Okay.
So I'm
Right
at an
now,
18.
I'm pretty sure I still have my torch, which is 20 plus 20. So 20.
20 bright light, 20 dim light.
Yeah.
So 20 feet around Iris is bright, and then 20, like 40 feet around it is dim light.
Oh, so yeah, she'll be able
Okay,
to see.
so I can
So
see.
you can just see it very dimly.
Okay, well then, in that case, hold on. And if I try to attack this, will it be at disadvantage?
So dim light is disadvantages.
Okay. Okay, so I think then instead I'm going to actually, you know what? I'm going to move and wait, no, I can't hold my action because I did an action.
Yes, because you
Okay.
used your action to cast Shield
Yeah.
of Faith.
So I'm gonna move here so I can get a better view of it if it comes, closer.
Mhm.
And I'm still gonna do my Shield of Faith. So I have 2 extra AC, so it's at 18.
Okay.
And that will be it.
Okay. Iris, it is your turn.
Okay.
Kill it, please.
Hang on.
You got fireball?
Yes.
Kill
No,
me.
not really. Iris is going to run over here, and as she goes, she's, Humbert, follow me. We need to flank it. And once she gets
Okay.
there, she's going to cast.
Hey, now it's bright light.
Yes, that's the bright light.
She's going to reach her arm out, and the snake medallion's going to grow larger, wrap around her arm towards her wrists, and it's going to launch a ball, or start shooting a ray of sickness, and it's probably gonna miss. Does 11 hit?
Nope. As it kind of like rears back, you see as the ray of sickness passes right in front of its mouth, and kind of splatters against the wall as like this green kind of goo just kind of creeps its way up the wall as your ray hits the wall.
Shit. And that's your turn.
Okay, Hayden's owl.
All right. I'll call out to the owl, like, help Althea. And then the owl will swoop down and try to harass it to give Althea advantage on his next attack. And then it will dip the.
I I wouldn't do that.
I-
If you could change that, I would recommend that because I have a plan with what I'm going to do, and
It's fine.
I can't get advantage.
You can just do what you will, but I mean,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
I was just going for like who is next. Well, I guess I could have went for what's his name?
Humbert.
Humbert for his.
He probably won't reach it in that round now.
Because I was going for whoever was after the bug on the turn order, and I was like, oh, Althea, you were a player. Yeah, but I'll say Humbert then. I'll say, assist Humbert.
Okay.
So he'll get advantage.
Okay.
And I am
So Humbert has advantage now.
Yeah.
Poor Humbert. You don't even know his name's not really Humbert.
Yes, they're like, my name changed to Garland, but that's fine. Okay, and then it is going to be the carrion crawler's turn, and he only has one target, so he attacks you with all of his tentacles, kind of like seem to like whip out towards you.
And he misses. Bada-boom.
And you kind of like duck underneath one of them and kind of like dive out of the way of the another one, and then
if
as
my
you
blade
kind of
song wasn't there, I would have got hit by that.
as he's trying to hit you, he tries to bite you,
And misses.
and you're able to duck out of the way of that as well. You are lucky as fuck.
I am a
All right.
boss. I'm a bitch. I'm a boss.
And then Garland is going to move.
He says a +8. Damn.
Here. And you see as Garland goes running towards him and his chainmail's clinking, and he's like, ah! And he attacks with his mace. His warhammer, sorry.
Jesus.
And he runs up and smashes his warhammer into the face of the demon.
Valentine helped.
And he does 7 points of damage.
Valentine said,
That's... Okay, and Althea, it is your turn. Actually, hold on. He can do something else. He is going to use his. Is this a bonus action? No. So he is going to cast Healing Word on you, Hayden.
hell yeah.
So it is 1d4, but each slot's a level above 1. So it's just a d4, right? Because it's equal to 1d4 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. So 1d4 plus 4.
Oh, you want me to roll it?
Yeah.
1d4. So,
You heal for 6 hit points.
well, that's more than I need. I'm top notch now, sir.
And now it's your turn, Althea.
Okay, so I'm going to run right here, and judging on whether or not this hits or not is going to decide what I'm going to look like doing this.
Okay.
So that hit.
Will hit.
Okay, so I'm going to take off my eye cover,
Okay.
and I want Ayla and Iris to roll perception checks to see if you see this. It's going to be a
Okay.
very low perception, but
Yeah. Roll perception checks. Iris and Mila.
okay.
What do I see? What do I see?
I
Michael.
see it. Michael.
We found slit on the chest and
Michael.
his heart.
Ooh, okay.
Where
So, Ayla, as soon as I take off my mask, of course, you're going to see my eyes, which are going to be
Mhm.
glowing in the way of a ASMR, as well as my character is going to be. What would I say that it would be? It's like a maniacal, like a sinister smile kind of thing is gonna like come up, and it's gonna be like the biggest smile that you've probably ever seen, and it's gonna be so evil looking.
On your face.
And yes, on my face. And I am going to use Channel Divinity, Destructive Wrath. Whenever I am going, starting at second level, I can use Channel Divinity to wield the power of the storm with unchecked ferocity. When you roll lightning or thunder damage, you can use your Channel Divinity to deal maximum damage instead of rolling. So I'm going to deal 24. Oh, why, dude? I'm retarded. Never mind.
Well, why? What?
Well, I didn't pay attention. I thought that guiding bolt would be lightning damage, but it's radiant
you can.
damage.
Well, that's Josh.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm not gonna worry about it. It's still
Um,
gonna do good damage.
the only reason I would say no to that is because that makes that spell super OP. To do
Yeah,
24
no,
damage
that's
every time he uses it. Yeah.
yeah. I can only use it once
For short rest.
per long rest.
Oh, well then yeah, go ahead. I don't care. You can.
Yeah,
You
until
can.
6th level, then I can use it twice.
That's fine. I mean, it's basically a one-time thing to do a massive amount of damage. That's fine.
Okay, cool. Thank you. So then this will do 24 damage straight to
Okay. And what does it look like when you do this guiding bolt?
um I'm gonna put both of my hands out and just like I'm gonna look like I'm holding a ball, but I'm not,
Okay.
and it's just gonna shoot lightning out.
Okay. So you see him like hold out his hand, and there's like a ball of like what appears to be electric energy in his hand, and you see multiple arcs of lightning like shoot out and strike um this bug, sending wisps of smoke in the air as portions of its flesh just explode out into um the air in a mist of blood. So you do 24 damage. Okay. And are you gonna do anything else?
Um, no, that'll be it.
Alright. Arius, it is your turn.
All right. I'm gonna try and shoot an arrow again.
Okay. So you get advantage. And that will hit, so go ahead and do sneak attack damage. Should just click the light crossbow, or roll for damage normally, and it should add the sneak attack damage. It did not. Go on to your character sheet, and it should have a part where it says sneak attack damage kind of below your attacks and have a checkbox next to it.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So you do a total of 8, 9, 10, total of 12.
Oh yeah,
So
sneak attack. Fuck yeah.
you see as the lightning starts to like burst all over the ins or the beast. One of your arrows actually pierces right through one of the wounds made from the lightning and embeds itself within the creature. And are you gonna do anything else, Arius?
No,
Okay.
I think I'm good for this round.
All right, Caden, it is your turn.
All right. I'm gonna try the same thing, booming blade.
Okay.
And I will do song. Yay!
That hits.
And booming blade only takes effect if he moves.
Okay. So that's 6 damage.
All right, and I'm going to leave its area of attack. I want it to move.
Okay. It's going to take a shot at you if you move away.
Yeah.
14.
Misses.
You roll out of the way as it tries to swipe at you with its tentacle.
Yeah, I hate that shit.
All right, Ayla, your turn.
Okay, dokie. Oh, no, I'm not on mute. Okay. All right. So, oh, he hasn't. How do I do that line thing so I know how far? Hold
Click
and.
on the you click on your character,
Mhm.
and then like as you're dragging it, you can right click, or you can click on the thing that looks like a ruler and draw a line.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, I'm not using a mouse, so. Oh, but I did do this. Okay. So this means if I were to take a step a little bit forward, I'll be able to see him in regular light.
Correct.
Okay. Okay, so now that I could see him in regular light, I'm going to take another step forward because, I want to get a tad closer. Then I am going to cast, what is it called? Oh, Zapping Thing.
Okay.
So this, just to see, mostly because I want him to be prone, so it's not going to do a bunch of damage. But I'm going to try to make him fall prone.
Okay.
And he has to make, what was it, a Constitution saving throw
Yep.
of
Correct.
13. Oh.
So you're a little looks like insects or something, right? When you do that?
Say that again?
What does it look like
What
when you
it's
do that?
yeah.
It's mostly, it looks like just a stinger that appears and just tries to.
Okay. So you see as this huge stinger appears and tries to pierce its flesh, but it's like thrashing around after taking all this pain, kind of roaring,
Mhm.
and it thrashes its way out of the path of your stinger.
Okay.
Okay, you can do anything else?
No.
All right, Iris, it is your turn.
I was gonna say where she is and just go, stupid freaking magic, and take a shot.
Okay, that hits. And how do you want to do this?
Yeah.
I just want to launch an arrow through its mouth. Hopefully, it pops out somewhere else.
So you fire this arrow, and it's like screaming, and like its tentacles are waving in the air, and its mouth is wide open. And you guys watch as this arrow pierces right through its open mouth, and like all of a sudden it goes silent for a second, and its tentacles like kind of drop to the ground, and it looks around, and then you just see as the green Icarus goo just bursts out of its mouth all over Garland's face, and he just gets covered in this green ichor, and it falls to the ground as its tentacles twitch a few times, and then it falls still.
Sorry, Garland.
Yeah, I'm glad I moved.
And Garland's just standing there covered in goo, and he's like, "Oh, I'm covered in goo. Ah, god damn it." Actually, he doesn't say god damn it. He's a cleric. That'd be rude. He's like, thanks a lot, Iris. I appreciate it. And what are you guys gonna do now that you've destroyed the carrion collar?
Well, that went better than when we first entered this cave. But that was kind of noisy. Do we hear anything, like, reacting to that creature?
Make a perception check.
Hey, Valentine, do you hear anything?
You can make a perception check. His is
I get advantage, though, if it's for the owl.
but it's for, is it ears or sight?
Both.
Okay.
Yes, there, I show you.
Okay. Nope. He doesn't hear anything either.
Cool. Well, it seems like we're in the clear for now. Well, that was fun.
Shall we keep moving? Could search.
Let's
Do
stay,
it on the way out.
let's stay away from dark holes, yeah. But you said you want to search the creature?
On the way out.
Alright, that sounds like a plan. DM, leave the body on the map.
Okay.
Alright. I guess we'll continue where we're going.
Mhm.
All right. So you guys are gonna head to the north.
Yeah, the northeast.
Northeast.
Yeah.
I like how you said it. Okay.
The hell?
Let's.
My phone took a
this.
screenshot.
Before we leave, I'm gonna pick up my blindfold and put it back on.
Okay.
I
You were-
didn't catch the whole thing with Alvia. I did not see that, right?
No, you did not.
No, okay.
The only one that saw that was Ayla.
Just double checking.
My phone decided to take a screenshot, so I'm sharing it with you.
Okay.
That's my lock
Excellent.
screen.
I'm stealing this.
Where'd you put it?
I
That's
love
an
it.
excellent lock screen.
I don't know. Wherever she put the cat pictures.
Oh, okay.
I've been doing my commentary in general chat.
Oh, I didn't even see any of this general chat. You got the kitty, Heather?
Yeah.
Oh, no. It's so cute.
She hasn't named it yet, but it is super cute. I like your puppy.
Thanks.
this?
All right.
Yeah. She's a mama. For sure. The puppy.
Mhm.
Um,
All right. But we're going this way, correct?
Yes.
I got
correct.
stuck between my voices there.
All right. Hold on.
Are you still comfortable leading, Caden?
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Especially after Wentworth healed me, or Bergen. What was his name?
Garden. Garden.
Garland.
Dude, Wentworth is from Critical Role. I don't. Okay,
Too much D&D.
that's literally a side character that I just remember their name for some reason. It's some goblin. That's not even a whatever.
Minor character.
Yeah.
Don't take offense, Garden, but...
3, 7. Okay. All right. So you guys are gonna head to the north, and are you guys sending out scouts, or are
This
you
way.
just all walking together?
I'm going to investigate for traps and stealth ahead.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a stealth check.
Stealthy me. Just
Excuse
like
me.
old times.
Seems about right. All right, so you guys start to head to the north. Um, you guys travel for about 60 feet, 70 feet, and Caden, you notice as you're kind of like examining the ground, that there appears to be um a long kind of like strip that goes across the entire path that appears to be raised like a quarter of an inch.
Oh, like something could be buried there almost.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll back up and I'll gesture for the rest of the party, like to not step on it if anyone's nearby. And as soon as I get to the first person, I'm like, looks like there's likely a trap up ahead. If they were dragging the body over, I'm sure there's a way to get around it, but I'm not sure how. Um, anyone good at this kind of thing? Either disarming traps or finding the way that they did it.
And Arius, you would be very good at that.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna ask if I was. I was like looking over my stuff.
Yeah. That's kind of your thing is you have thieves tools, so you're the one that would be able to disarm the trap.
Okay. So I just click on them and attempt to.
Correct. So click on thieves tools, use you're going to try to disarm it, correct?
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
So what should I use?
Click on your thieves tools and use dexterity.
Oh, nice.
Oh
Oh
fuck yeah!
yeah. So you're able to determine that it appears to be a pressure plate, and in fact you're able to like kind of like feel along the edge of it until you find a wire or like a thin uh um like silk string that goes from the edge to the wall over here, and you see that there appears to be um a hole in the wall, and there's multiple arrows that were embedded in the wall that would have shot at you had you stepped on this trap. But you're able to like easily like take the tension off the string, cut it, and prevent the trap from triggering.
Okay, cool.
So this is officially disarmed now. All right, so you guys gonna continue on?
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and roll another
Wherever
stealth.
Iris is right now, I'm gonna tell her squirrel, just in the whisper to her squirrel. Stay here and come running forward if something approaches. To get me.
And it kind of nods and squeaks at you. Um, roll another stealth check. Um, Caden,
Oh, what am I doing?
are you going out ahead again?
Yeah,
So go ahead and roll another stealth check.
I make weird wizards and sorcerers. Yeah, there we go.
Oh wow.
Dude, what the
Like-
fuck is up?
So you kind of are walking ahead,
This is
and
the
like
second that one.
it's really terrible. As you're scouting ahead, all of a sudden the rest of you guys behind you hear as uh this huge loud like booming sound as Caden, as you're walking forward, you lean your hand against what appears to be a pile of rocks, and you kind of slip, and you feel as like two of the rocks slip out from underneath this much larger rock, and you hear as this grinding sound as this rock slowly kind of grinds against the wall, and then fall to the ground in like a boom, and it echoes through the halls. And as that happens, you hear very kind of gruff goblin voices, and they say, What was that?" And they come walking.
I don't like that.
around the corner here.
And how long has it been since the carrion crawler?
Maybe 20 minutes.
Yeah, okay. Blade Song lasts a minute. So I'm at 13.
All right. Uh, they all see you as you're
No, they
standing
don't.
in front of this rock, and they are going to all shoot at you.
Tell my father
Like,
I
hey,
hate him. Please kill him.
what's
for
that?
Me.
And they all shoot at you. So, does the 16 hit?
What? Yeah, only one hits.
You are lucky
God,
as
I'm a god.
fuck.
I can't die. I'm invincible.
So all of these arrows, so like the rock fell kind of in front of you, so like they can only see your upper half. So these arrows are like pinging off the rock, and then one of them actually pings off the rock and ricochets up, and then beds itself into your arm, and you take 5 piercing damage.
You forgot my owl, by the way, but yeah, go ahead and do.
Your owl's up there with you. Yes. Hold on. Oh, it's over.
-5.
I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Yes. And you guys, like, I gotta tell you, it is priceless how not stealthy you guys
Well,
are.
this is the nature of D&D for you, baby.
I love it.
Mhm.
All right, let's all roll initiative again.
All right, here we go. Nat 20, nat 20, nat 20. Fuck
Oh,
you.
that was close.
Yeah, I got a 6. Wait. Did it not roll my owl? Oh, I clicked my initiative again. God damn it. It doesn't change, though, if I roll lower.
Usually not.
So I clicked my owl anyway, so it didn't
Your
register
owl
the
has
same.
an 18 initiative.
No, that wasn't my owl. That was
Oh.
wrong. So he rolled a 3. And then
Okay.
it kept my original roll of 6. Because I clicked my owl and then rolled the initiative for my character, so it didn't roll it on the board.
Okay,
So it's fine.
I gotcha. All right, so
Great, they get to go before me still. I am not invincible.
so after they all fire at you, this one kind of looks at the other one and says, "Intruders, go warn the boss."
Fuck.
And this guy goes rushing off.
I cast Dimension Door as a reaction.
Do you? I don't think you have that spell.
No,
Seems like
no.
a
And it's
very
not a
too high level
reaction.
for you. All right, so Ayla, all you know is that you heard a very loud sound of a stone falling, and then you heard Caden scream in pain. What do you do?
But can I see in dim light that far though?
5, 10, 40. So
Yeah,
yes,
she
you
can see
kind
me
of
I
and
could
just
get-
see
see
like normal light.
you see like the silhouette of him standing next to these fallen rocks, and you see as he kind of like turns, and you see an arrow protruding from his arm.
Okay. All right. So then I'm going to move closer. 5.
It's
10.
just a splinter.
Okay.
So the light is being unless you have a torch on you, the light is being emitted from Iris. So it's 40 feet around Iris. So here,
Okay.
let me do this, and then you guys will know where you guys can see.
I thought it was it 40 feet, like the regular light, and then more
I'm gonna do something real
dim
quick,
light
so you'll be able to see what I'm
past that?
talking about.
Yeah, but from Iris, it's centered on him.
I know.
Okay.
I know it said
Yeah,
nerd.
so dim light here.
Oh,
or-
okay. Is it dim light for 20?
Or is it regular light for 20?
Regular light for
Yeah.
20, and then dim light
then-
for 20?
Correct.
Oh.
So all of that yellow area
Mhm.
Wait,
is what you can see.
What yellow
we don't
area?
see that.
Hold on. I think I just didn't put it so you guys could see it. Okay, so the green area around him is bright light.
Mhm.
The yellow area is dim light.
Okay. Mm.
Mega aura.
Okay, so I will still stay here, and then I will hold an action until I see something. And the action I will hold is guiding bolt.
Okay. So as soon as you have a target, you will cast Guiding Bolt.
Mhm.
Perfect. All right. This goblin going to fire an arrow at you, Caden. 14.
14 hits.
It hits.
I'm going to. I don't want to get hit, so I'm going to use my spell slot, and I'm going to use shield, cast shield.
Okay. So you watch as this arrow flies towards you, and just before it hits you, there's a flash of blue light, and the arrow kind of ricochets off to the side. And then he is going to move. Uh, he drops his bow and pulls out a scimitar, and he moves to here. Go ahead and cast your guiding bolt, Alo.
Yay. Okay.
Into the dark, he will find her. Into the
What
night,
is his
whatever.
AC? I'm pretty sure. So what is your guiding bolt's the one that like comes down from the ceiling, correct?
Mhm.
So this beam of light shoots down from the ceiling, and you see as the goblin just kind of rolls out of the way and pops up in front um of Caden, and it just narrowly misses him.
Gosh dang.
Damn. It was easier to hit
You
the cave
just
crawler.
missed. His AC is 15.
Damn.
Low HP, high AC.
Correct. And Arius, it is your turn.
I'm gonna use um
You're up here.
yeah. I'm gonna use my crossbow again.
Okay, the only
Bless
one
you.
you can see is this one.
Okay.
She has dark vision. I don't know if that matters. Oh wait, yeah,
It,
because she's in the light.
she's in the light, so she
Yeah.
doesn't get that. And roll with disadvantage.
Oh.
So the arrow flies harmlessly over his head.
Aw.
Are you gonna do anything else? You can move. You can use a cunning action, a bonus action.
I'm gonna move a little bit closer.
Okay, go ahead.
Like right here.
Perfect. Okay. And Iris, it is your turn. Quality line work you're doing there.
Is that a V for? Oh. Oh, there's words down there. Magic, squirrel, sentry. Okay.
I like it. You're gonna shoot at him. You might be muted if you try to talk.
Thank you. Can I shoot this one, or is there the blockage
Yes,
for that?
you can shoot that one.
I'll take a shot at that one.
Okay. Go ahead. That hits. Go ahead and roll damage. So you fire an arrow, and it streaks through the air and pierces it in the chest, and you see it kind of like drop to one knee and like cough out a bunch of blood, and then it kind of slowly stands back up and kind of scowls at you. But it is definitely not feeling great right now. All right, and then are you gonna do anything else?
That is the end of my turn.
All right, Caden, it is your turn.
All right. I'm gonna use my disengage action as an action. And I'm going to be like, peace out. I don't want to be right there. I'm
Okay.
going to hide behind Ayla. And I'm going to
Okay.
use a bonus action to use a potion.
Okay.
And that's a
2d4 plus 2.
2d4?
Yes. No.
1d4 plus 4.
Uh,
Correct? Or am I
I'm
wrong?
pretty sure it's actually 2d4 plus 4, but let me
I think
check real quick.
I rolled earlier 1d4, but or did
You're,
I? Did I
you
roll
might
2d4?
be. I'm almost positive.
Yeah, I rolled
It's
1d4 earlier, so maybe I was, but it doesn't matter because I only had. He did no, that was healing word. That's why.
Yes.
So you're probably
That
right.
is,
It might be 2d4 plus
2d4 plus 2.
Okay, forgive me, sir.
That's why they're so expensive. That's
6
pretty
HP.
decent healing.
Okay, which helps.
Okay. And oops, this wrong, but it'll just be this goblin. All right, this goblin is going to fire at you, Ayla.
Oh.
Actually, it's gonna
Oh.
shoot at you,
I was like
Iris,
hiding behind you.
because you are very brightly lit.
Thanks, meat shield.
Fires at you. What's it? Short bow. 19,
That it's.
and you take 3 piercing damage as an arrow embeds itself into your calf.
Ouchie. Bunch of black blood splurts out.
And you see as he the poop head just he runs to the wall, and you see as he scrambles up the wall and disappears into what appears to be a hole in the wall. And then where's the other one? Yeah. Okay. And then this goblin is going to here. Fire at you, Iris. And it flies wide and over your head. So it's 5. You can have your owl roll an attack of opportunity, Caden.
Oh, nice. Then my owl shall indeed strike with its talons and miss.
So it kind of swoops down and tries to scratch it, and the goblin just kind of like ducks underneath it and runs up in front of you, Iris. And then it is your owl's turn, Caden.
Sweet. Okay. Who's that? You doing anything weird this time? Althea?
Oh, Althea.
That's you, Chris. Are you
Huh?
are you doing anything weird this time?
No.
Okay. I'm going to attack or have the owl do its flyby helping action to give Althea advantage.
For some reason, Althea didn't get stuck in the turn order, but that's fine. You're gonna go next, Althea, but then you'll
Althea
go.
is next.
I know, but she rolled a 12, and I already did the people that rolled way less than her.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, I'm not sure why it didn't stick her in the
I
turn
think it's,
order.
I might have done it a little bit late. That's why.
Oh, that's probably why. Yeah, it was after I probably clicked the sending. Okay.
And we're also missing Garland again.
Oh, damn it.
Missing what?
The
Garland again.
garland.
God damn it.
The thing you put on food. No, that's a garnish.
Yes, that is a garnish. You guys will have to remind me to to roll his initiative because I'm gonna forget every turn. All right, Althea, it is your turn.
Okay. If I do a dash, does that count as my action?
So you can move your full movement, and then you can use your action to dash, unless you have a skill that'll allow you to do it as a bonus action.
Okay.
Jeez.
I
Scary.
guess I'm just gonna move up to right here, and then
Okay.
I'm gonna end my turn.
Okay, and then Garland is going to move here, and everyone has full hit points, right?
Yeah, as
Um,
far
I'm
as I
topped
know.
off now. Yeah.
Okay, and he's going to ready his action to swing with his hammer if anyone gets in range. And then going to be this goblin up here. And Ayla, it is your turn.
oh, sorry, I just hit my elbow.
No,
Okay.
that's never good.
No, it was not. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to step 5, 10 this way, so I could flank this dude,
Okay,
and then I'm going to hit him with my Morning Star. Hold on.
Top of the morning to you.
that
Nice.
hits for sure. Go ahead and roll damage. And you run behind him, and as he gets ready to try to stab Iris, you just crush his head in with your Morning Star, and he is dead.
There we go. Ah,
Okay. And are you gonna do anything else, or is that the end?
no, that's it.
All right. Then we have this guy is going to fire a shot at you, Ayla. He just watched you cave in his buddy's head.
Miss.
14 misses, and he's going to start to climb up the wall.
God damn it.
And that's like a 50-foot wall?
So yes, the wall's like 50 feet high, but you notice that this guy, the other guy, climbed about 20 feet up before he disappeared into what appeared to be like a little tunnel carved into the wall.
Disappored.
Okay.
Oh,
And
great.
Althea, it is your turn.
So is this guy dead? Right here?
Yes.
Okay. Well, like, can we still see him up at the top, like the tunnel?
You can
Or-
see if it's on the map, you can see it.
Okay.
And it's inside the yellow circle.
Okay, I'm gonna move right here. And
Quit naming my characters huge anus.
Who is doing that?
who's doing that?
Who do you think's doing it?
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and do. Let me see what this does really quick. I don't even have that. Um, uh,
Oh, and just to mention this, I keep forgetting to mention it when you're fighting them. But Miranda, Ayla notices like when these goblins were at the edge of the light and dim light when they looked at you, and you know how like a normal animal's eyes kind of glow with that yellow light that reflects off of their eyes?
Mm-hmm.
You notice that the eyes of these goblins are like a dark red.
Okay.
I'm gonna do Sacred Flame on this thing.
Okay.
Um,
Gotta make a dex save.
yeah. Oh shit! So
Uh,
he takes 2
so
radiant damage.
he takes how much?
2.
2.
Yeah.
You see is like your radiant kind of flame erupts around him, and he's able to kind of like pull himself up out of it, and all you kind of see is his foot start to smoke as he pulls it out. But he takes 2 damage.
Well, he's gone. Cool.
All right, Arius, it is your turn. Heather,
Sorry, I was on mute.
no
I was
worries.
talking the whole time.
People-
This guy right here, is he dead or is
No,
he?
he's climbing up the wall towards what appears to be another tunnel in the wall.
Okay, I'm gonna move a little closer and then I'm gonna shoot him with my crossbow.
So one thing that I would advise you to do as your thief character is, since you have your line of sight to him is broken right here, use your bonus action to do the cunning action hide.
Okay.
And so roll a stealth check. Okay. And then once you hide, you can move out into the open and shoot at him. Unfortunately,
Okay.
I think his passive perception's high enough to see you.
Okay.
But let me check to make sure. What did you roll?
I rolled the 10.
Nope, he doesn't see you. Go ahead and fire at him with advantage.
So move to like here.
Correct, and then you can shoot at him. All right. The 17 hits, roll damage. And as he like starts to pull himself into what appears to be like a tunnel on the side of the cliff, you guys see as an arrow seems to enter through the back of his neck, and he coughs up some blood and then just tumbles down the cliff to land on the ground dead. So, okay. And are you gonna? I think that's. You can move a little bit more if you wanted to.
No, I'm gonna stay there for now.
Okay. Iris, what are you gonna do?
Iris will move up 5, 10, 15, 20. Can she see how big the hole that the other goblin went into is?
Looks like just tall enough for a goblin to get in. So about 3 feet by 2 feet.
No way she's getting that. Shit. Caden, one of the goblins went in that hole. Do you think Valentine could get to it?
How big is that hole?
And
Like I said, 3 feet by 2 feet. 3 feet tall, 2 feet
Calling
wide.
for help.
It would be. I feel like it would be a
I already
tight squeeze. Well,
put
3
an
feet.
arrow in it.
Let's say. I
You
feel
could
like
probably crawl. You could crawl through it probably.
Yeah. I don't want to lose it. Okay. Yeah, I think he can go in there, but it's not the same as flying. His speed will be reduced severely, I imagine. He can kind of hop through.
Okay. In the meantime, Neris is gonna take use the rest of her normal movement to get to the side of the wall,
Okay.
and use her action to get up to her action to make a dash,
Okay.
and try and get her head to peek inside the.
Okay. Roll an athletics check.
Before the owl hops in?
Before the owl hops in.
Okay.
She's gonna leave space for the owl to get in. Probably. Never.
So you are basically, so this first turn, you get halfway up the side of the cliff, so you're about 10 feet away from the actual open. Garland, he's just gonna stand. He's gonna move up here and prepare himself for an attack. And Caden, what are you gonna do?
All right, Valentine. I just want you to take a look, take your time, and if you see anything that too dangerous, make sure to come back. And I'll pop into Valentine and have her go through.
Okay, so as Valentine enters the cave, she sees that it appears to be like a labyrinth of tunnels. Like you see one tunnel that appears to kind of like curve around the side here. Kind of like curve around the side this way. You see his other tunnels kind of move off in this direction. Um, and other tunnels appear to kind of go down this way. Uh, it appears like they've carved this labyrinth into the walls of this cave.
All right. I don't think we're going to be able to track that goblin. There's too many options. I'm pulling Valentine out. And Valentine hops out and goes,
Okay. Are you gonna do anything else?
I end my turn.
Okay. So this goblin is dead. This. All right. So um Arius, what is your AC? 15?
Yeah.
So as you're kind of standing there, all of a sudden you feel as an arrow sinks into your back. And you take 6 piercing damage and roll a perception check.
Uh,
And you turn your head and look around and you see literally nothing. Okay. Caden's Owl's turn.
All right. I will have Caden, or it's going to look around for anything for the goblin.
Okay.
Wow, even with advantage.
It doesn't see anything.
It does not.
Okay. This goblin.
Miranda's not here. She's helping Alistair.
Let me know when she's back. I'm gonna go use the restroom.
Okay.
Ditto.
Okay, I'm back.
Miranda's back now.
Okay, perfect.
Sorry.
No worries. All right, so Ayla, it's your turn. Just a second ago, an arrow embedded itself into Arius's back, and when she turned around to see where it came from, she saw nothing.
Okay. I'm going to move here,
Okay.
and while I'm moving there, and like, cause I could see lights, so I just kind of want to keep an eye out for like if there's a trap or something that's triggering, or I don't know, cause there's been
Okay.
a bit of traps in here. So do you want me to roll like?
Yes. Roll a perception check.
Okay.
So you see, um, as it appears like just a small little rivulet of sand appears to be running down the side of the cliff from a hole in the wall right here.
Okay. I think that arrow came from over there. Look, and I'll bring attention to the sand trickling down. The sand's moving.
And
But
as you guys all look, you see the same thing. Like just as like a couple of granules of sound kind of run down the side of the cliff.
but I'm gonna take out my crossbow and hold my action for if I see any
Okay, you
creatures.
see something?
Yeah.
Okay. This goblin is dead. Althea, it is your turn.
Okay. And from here, um, hmm, yes, I'll just go right here and hold my action to see if anything comes this way. Like if anything gets in range of me swinging my katana.
Okay. Arius, you just got shot in the back by a short bow.
Yeah. What can I do?
I mean, you can like hold your action to until you get a target, and then shoot at something if you see it pop out.
Okay.
You could climb the wall, try to go through the tunnels. I mean, you could run ahead and try to explore more.
No, I'm gonna hold my crossbow and wait till if I could see it.
Okay. Iris, it is your turn.
Can you ping where Ayla saw the sand move?
Right there.
Does it seem like Iris will be able to get there from where she is halfway up the wall?
Yeah, I mean, you would drop down to the ground and then like run over to here and climb up, and it's about 15 feet up. So what that's 5, 10, 25 feet of movement.
She'll go and give that a shot.
Okay, roll a athletics check. The walls are like you get, it's hard to get like handholds, and like it's you what race are you again?
Human.
Okay, yeah, like you feel like you can't get any handholds to climb up the mountain. It's too kind of sheer. Maybe if you had claws like a goblin, it'd be a little bit easier.
Shoot.
But you do kind of move over here, and you keep trying to climb up, and you keep just sliding back down.
Curse my small, feeble frame. And guess she'll just hold her action to shoot a bow.
Uh,
Could I focus more instead of using a weapon, but just keeping an eye out on things? Or is it pretty much the same?
I mean, at this point, you guys kind of know the hole that it came out of. So like you're watching the holes, right? So you could just hold your action to shoot at it.
Okay. I'll hold my action.
All right, Hayden, it's your turn.
Okay. So you said we can hold our action.
Oh,
To shoot it?
And yeah, correct. But Garland's like, does anyone need healing? Is everyone okay?
Yeah.
He's like, all right, well, about all
I
I
could
got.
use healing.
Oh yeah, you did get hit. How much? How many hit points do you have?
I have 8.
Okay, so he's gonna cast healing word on you. So roll 1d4 plus 4. So just roll a d4 and then add 4 to whatever the number is. So you're healed for 6 hit points.
Oh, so I'm like back to health.
Yeah. And you see, you guys are all watching the hill, um,
I'm gonna
the
hold.
cliff.
I didn't get to hold my action yet, but I'm holding my
Oh,
action.
I'm assuming that's what you were gonna do. Yeah. What are you holding?
Right now, I'm going to hold a cantrip. Do I have to be specific? Yeah.
Yes.
Alright. I'm going to hold because it's not range. It's like if anything comes in range, I'm gonna hit it with booming blade.
Oh,
Because
so
I'm
if
assuming
anything
it'll try
comes
to
like
attack me,
up
and then
to
it
you,
tries to get away. It'll get hit with the booming part.
understood. Okay.
Oh wait, never mind.
So
Never mind. I should stop trying to use booming blade in this cave.
you should. It's super loud.
I'm gonna.
Uh,
I'll do sword burst.
okay. Um,
Since
anyone
the
that's holding their action to shoot at something, you see as this goblin peeks its head out of a hole to the side over here and gets ready to shoot at you.
Get
And everyone shoot. So it pops out and it gets ready to draw its bow and then just becomes riddled with arrows and like falls forward and slides down the cliff to the ground dead. It only had 1 hit point left, so that is dead. Right, so
Was that
we
all
are
of them,
now.
Caden?
I don't know. There was
Other
total
than the one
4.
that got away, you've killed all the ones you saw.
Yeah, we killed one in the hole, one right here, one right there. Yeah, and one of them went to go alert someone.
Which way did it go?
It went into a hole, and that network went a wide range of areas. But I'm willing to bet. No, I'm not. But
Did it go into one of the walls on this side?
yeah, but
You
it doesn't mean
saw
it goes underground or he didn't pop out of a hole and went through another.
the
True.
one that ran away, you just saw run down this corridor.
Yeah. But, so we could either head towards it or away from it.
And I think we should. Now might be worth the time to check that cliff face. I think it's heading in the same direction, and now that way is sure to be difficult to travel.
Well, I don't want to be at the cliff face if they know we're here, and then them start dropping rocks on our head. Or arrows. Before, yeah, but now I'm less keen.
If they think we're heading this way, though, then
And
they'll prepare for this route.
as you guys are kind of looking up there, you see that there's hundreds of different uh entrances into the cave walls. Just like on every cliff face, there's multiple tunnel entrances.
There's also, I presume this is visible, this other
Yes.
route.
Mhm.
We could also check that.
Yeah. Are we supposed to see the red dot?
It's nothing. It was just something I
Suspicious.
accidentally drew there. Yeah. It's not actually a thing.
Alright. Anyone else have suggestions?
So you want to go northeast or west?
I vote northeast.
That's the kind of way. That's where I was leaning.
Yeah, let's do northeast.
All right, Miss Light. Ready to move.
Northeast it is.
Okay. So you guys are gonna start heading to the northeast.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you guys kind of continue down the corridor, it extends to the northeast, and then you travel for about 50 feet. As you guys look at the cliff faces on either side, there's more of those holes in the cliff faces. And finally you guys come to this chamber that opens up into a huge kind of um like cavern. The ceiling's about 50 feet high, stalactites again, and kind of to the northeast over here, you notice that there's like a small kind of indentation in the ground.
Don't see in that over there.
What's up?
Don't see over there.
Yeah, you can only I changed it so that you can only see what the person with the light is emitting.
Oh, okay.
I tried to do that to everyone, so if you don't have dark vision, you shouldn't be able to see outside of the light.
All right.
But control you well. Perfect. That's actually working exactly how it's supposed to. Um, so Caden, you see just the very edge of this little indentation to the northeast. It appears like this room is filled with what appear to be how do I describe these? Like pots. Like they're about a foot around and about 3 feet tall, and there's hundreds of them inside this room. Just all of these kind of like clay pots in this room.
All right. Should we roll through these?
Yes.
You know, just start doing tumbles and breaking them.
Yes, we are playing Dark Souls. That's how you handle this.
I was thinking Zelda, but whatever. All right, that's a lot of pots. Very strange. Hopefully they're not full of blood. I don't know. It's a strange thing. I was just, because the bodies are empty and then just a bunch of pots. Anyways, I'm talking to myself.
I do think that those bodies the blood's not being stored somewhere. I think it's being consumed.
How far away are the first pot to me?
Maybe you're like right here.
Am I gonna look in it and a facehugger's gonna grab me?
Do you want to look at it?
Yes.
Okay. So it has. So like I said, it's about a foot wide. It kind of looks like a terracotta pot.
I don't know what that is,
But it has all of these like hieroglyphs in it.
Mhm.
Not hieroglyphs, like kind of arcanish type writing. Does let me look at your languages that you guys speak real quick.
Might not be updated, so let me look at mine.
I don't want to tell you what language it is because that'll give away stuff.
Yeah, because I also speak Dwarf.
Okay, everyone tell me what languages you speak. Oh, Caden. Uh, you speak, it says on your character sheet, you speak Infernal, is that correct?
Correct, because I am Tiefling.
Okay, so you can tell that the writing on these pots is an incredibly ancient form of Infernal. Like you can't actually read it because it's not a dialect that you actually speak. It's incredibly ancient,
No,
but you know that it's written in Infernal.
And inside?
So as you take the top off, you see, yes, it's got like a clay top. Okay, go ahead and roll investigation check.
Okay, investigation.
It doesn't appear like there would be anywhere for it to be trapped. And you can't find any triggers or anything like that.
Okay.
but as you kind of slide the top off, it makes that sound when you're taking a lid off of a clay pot, and inside you see a small pile of small bones.
All right. Just like an urn. Put the lid back on.
Uh, roll a perception check just real quick. So if I give you some hints about what the bones look like. Nope, they just look like small bones to you.
Does I presume that only the people with dark vision are? Does everyone?
So the people with dark vision should be able to see, but if you don't have dark vision, you should only be able to see um, the basically the green and yellow area.
Never mind. Go on.
So what else are you gonna do?
I'm
You
ass-
tell everyone about the pots?
Yeah.
Anyone? I think you guys can all actually see the pots at this point.
It looks like these are. We shouldn't stick around here long, mostly because that goblin left. But these pots have. I'm assuming all of them might have bones. Reminds me of urns. So this is like maybe a graveyard. But what is disturbing is that it seems like there's a type of infernal inscribed on them. I'm not familiar with this particular dialect. I think it's old.
Go ahead and roll a religion check.
But let me think harder on that real quick. Religion.
So what you can make out from it, it sounds like it's talking about gathering like blood and the life force of innocence um and like things about possessions and rebirth.
What he said.
Iris wants to. Ooh, let me take a look. Iris is gonna run up to the pot and check it out.
And do you speak infernal?
Yes, she does. Do you remember my scenario for that?
Yes, I do. Hold on.
I don't know if you want to DM me that.
Yes. So hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna send you a note.
I spelled Dorman wrong, like a dummy.
Actually, it'll be faster for me just to jump in the other thing real fast.
Okay.
Other channel. DM with.
There we go. Fix it.
So this one. Okay.
Okay, we're back.
Oh, I think I read about this. So I read that demons or vampires or something store people in these and use them kind of like a battery later on. Or battery's not a real thing. As a life source later on.
Yeah. Considering
Oh,
there's bones in
someone-
there, is it a dead
in them.
battery? What's a battery?
I don't know.
Me neither.
But these other ones might. Are there more?
Oh, yeah.
Hundreds of them.
Some of these might have actual people still in them, but I don't think we should check that right now. And that's
This
if
is
grab them and run.
this is what they're doing with the children. I'm like
And let
looking all
me-
somber.
reiterate that I only heard that very powerful things use this.
Hmm.
I'm wondering if we're in over our heads here.
I think you might be right on that.
So what's the plan? Are you guys gonna go deeper into this room, or are you guys going the other way? You can see kind of to the north. There's another like cavern up here that appears to go in the same direction to the west.
I imagine something like this is not going to be just left unguarded or unsecured in some way. It's like, yeah, there was goblins, but I imagine there's more protecting it here.
One other thing that I want to tell you, uh, uh, Iris, is usually when these pots are active, there is a form of stasis magic on the pots, and the fact that there's bones inside means that that stasis magic is probably not functioning.
So the ones that would still have a body would have a magic still on it. This one that has a dead body wouldn't. Um, we could. I could spend a few minutes cast detect magic, and we could find the ones immediately actually in use and run with those.
And run with them? I mean, what purpose? And if you have to spend a few minutes, we know that someone's going to be alerted of our presence. I don't know if we want to be caught here with our, butts out in the open.
10 minutes is.
That's a
It's
long
easier to
time.
defend a spot for 10 minutes than attack for any duration.
10 minutes is a long time. They could be on us in 1 minute, and we don't know how many things are in this cave or what there is.
Yeah. Was the goal just to see what's happening to the children? Were we supposed to save them?
I think we were supposed to save the children.
I would like it if we save the children.
No, so would I, but I also don't want to get you guys killed.
I'm
So
not too partial on getting killed either. If this is a very powerful being, and I'm sure there's lots of other creatures in here.
the quest was to find out what was taking the children, and preferably handle the situation.
Okay, I think what you told us was just missing children.
Yes.
Yeah. And that there was rumors of creatures. Okay, so I guess it wasn't specifically to save the children.
Correct.
Alright. Well, I feel like we know what happened to them.
Yeah.
And, mission accomplished.
So I feel like Garland kind of comes up and he looks at you guys in the pots and he says, I mean, we do know that goblins are obviously taking the children, but do we really know why? Are we just assuming that they're sacrificing them?
Well, we saw the dead ones. There's dead bodies in here, and we know that these are essentially storage devices. It's a reasonable conclusion that they're being used as a power source.
Not to mention, if what supports the power source idea is that these goblins didn't look like they're supposed to look. They're a little bit darker green, and you can see their veins, and their eyes are red, and it's just they are being enhanced
Well,
somehow.
We could take one of the bodies back with us.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll tell you this, I don't know if I could do this by myself, but I don't feel too good about leaving a bunch of kids in a cave to just be sacrificed.
But they're all dead.
I gesture to our group. These are a bunch of kids.
But we're here willingly. I'm
Yeah,
here
but
willingly.
we're the only ones that can do something about it. You saw that kid in that cave. Are we just gonna leave it to die?
Oh no, maybe Soma can come in here and do it himself.
I mean, I wouldn't mind just leaving.
And you just see as Garland kind of gets this like kind of disgusted kind of face, like, well, we're here now. I feel like we're the only hope that kid has, if it's not too late already. But I, for one, vote we try to save those kids. But I understand if you guys want to leave. I don't like it,
We did
but
see that kid come in. We at least know he was alive an hour ago.
we have to
Yeah, long enough for him to get killed.
listen. We know that they kidnapped 5 or 6 children, and we only saw the bodies of 3 of them.
And I gesture at all the vases. I'm like, well, I don't know where all these came from.
But we saw their bodies. They weren't bones, and it didn't look like the goblins were putting them in pots, did it?
You're
They
right.
were handing them to that carrion crawler.
That is a big hole in what we were
Well,
talking about. Because it looked like they were throwing them in there. And these are bones.
why would we risk ourselves for kids that we don't even know, in the fact that we could just go and get help to clear the dungeon later, or clear this area later?
And
You gotta
he
remember, this
looks
is a test.
Yeah,
he looks at you and he says, because
but
they're children.
our test wasn't to rescue them, it was to find out what was going on.
But do we know what's going on? All we know is
Yeah.
that there's a bunch of pots here. There's goblins that look weird, and we found some emaciated children. But do we
Yeah.
actually know what's going on?
What we know is that goblins are kidnapping them, and then they bring them here, and then they're sacrificed for something, and they're dead. That's
Why
that's
are they
mission
sacrificed?
complete.
I think
That wasn't the mission though.
Garden's got a point. We don't know enough about. There's something off, and I agree with Garden that we need to investigate more.
I feel like at this point we don't know much more than we knew before we even arrived. We knew there was probably goblins here. That's what we were told. But only new information that we have collected is that there's some pots that talk about uh, sacrifice, and it appears like they're killing the children. And I, for one, like I said earlier, don't want to abandon these kids.
Okay, how about this? We investigate a little further, and if we see the big bad evil guy, and he really is a little bit too strong for us, we just run away.
I
We
mean,
know it's doing.
at least at that point, we know more than we know now. I'm okay with that.
Look,
If I die, it'll be all on your guys' guilty consciences.
No, you're making the choice to stay if you're going to stay. Don't put that on me. I won't accept it.
No, we have to work as a group.
That doesn't
How's
matter.
that
You
your
still
ghost?
have your own choice. You have autonomy. Make it and take responsibility for your own choice. I'm not doing it.
Listen, Althea, if you want to leave, I'll escort you back to the door back to camp. But I'm not leaving.
I'm just gonna sit there and pout.
Alright, well, I see the discrepancy you pointed out. That the bodies were being thrown in a hole. Their bones and they're not being used for these vases. So this is something else. I imagine, at least. And you are right. There's a kid possibly still alive. I'll push forward.
I say we push farther and listen. All these pots would make for excellent cover and hiding places. If they did try to come and ambush us here, it would be the worst possible place. We could just hide in all of these pots.
Oh yeah, that'll work. I'm not joking.
Yeah, that's an excellent idea. why don't we? Here's my plan, and I leave it up to you guys. You guys can do whatever you want, but I say we set up a guard here at the entrance. We send a couple of you guys farther deeper in, the ones that can see in the dark, and we all hide in the pots in case they come and try to ambush us. We can ambush them right back.
I think that's an awful idea.
Sounds like you're in.
I
Do
think
you
she's
have
being
something
nice.
better?
If we're gonna go in there and we don't know what's in there, we should all move as a group.
Or as we have been, I do suppose that makes sense. The one person will be able to run away faster than we've had terrible luck. I take that back.
That's true. You have that terrible.
I've been
Well,
tripping up a lot. I feel like you're a little more suited for this kind of thing, Arius. If you wanted to take the lead, I've tripped twice.
Yeah, I'll try.
I'm getting a little
okay.
too old.
Do you want to kind of sneak in through the pots?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll a stealth check.
Are all of us doing that?
Yeah, so what's the plan? I know she wants to go in. Are all of you guys gonna follow her?
I was gonna
Yeah.
say.
Or are you guys gonna set something up?
Well, you said that
There it is.
the plan sort of was that two people would go ahead. I figured, her, because I don't want to fail again.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
But that was
Okay.
like for the further ahead group.
Okay.
Then the rest of us follow up behind.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does everyone else agree with this?
Hmm.
I guess the only one out of question would be Althea, but at this point you're outnumbered, so you're probably going with us.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. So, and then Ayla, are you following Arius? Or are you staying behind?
I'll follow.
Okay. So you're gonna go with her, and you rolled a 15.
I rolled an 18.
Oh, Arius rolled a 15. And then Caden, are you following or staying behind?
Like moving altogether, or
Yeah. Are
staying
you guys
behind the
going
guard?
deeper, or are you guys gonna try to set up an ambush at the entrance?
Me, I'm probably gonna be better off following. I
Okay.
don't have ranged attacks.
So you follow. Iris, what is your plan? Are you gonna stay at the kind of the front and set up an ambush, or are you guys gonna go in with them?
I think I'm gonna go in with them, obviously at my normal pace, and leave Magic Squirrel Sentry to keep the watch at the gate. Same
Okay.
rules before.
Ava's going in. Garland's like, so Althea, are you gonna follow everyone, or are you gonna sit here and pout?
I'm gonna follow everybody.
Because you just see them start walking into the kind of forest of pots, and Garland's like, "All right, I guess we're going in," and he follows as well. Um, so Arius, as you kind of like sneak in through the pots, you see as you get deeper and deeper in, this whole room is just filled with this forest of clay pots. And as you get deeper in, you see against this wall, there appears to be um two rope ladders hanging from the side of the wall. And if you look up, you can tell that there's a platform kind of up here, like a higher area that you could get to. But all of those rope bridges that are hanging down are like threadbare, and like the wood is rotted, and the ropes appear to be moth eaten and beetle ridden. And like they don't look like they're in great shape. If you wanted to, you could probably go up to them and get a better look of whether or not it would support your weight. You might be muted if you're talking.
So there's a word secret trap floating around. I don't know if that's oh, it's probably just Skaden. Never mind.
I
Disregard.
was gonna say, I didn't write that.
It's like that sounds a little bit on the nose. It's probably Caden.
Yeah. It's probably Caden, not me though.
What do you want to do, Heather? Do you want to go up and inspect the the ladder, or do you want to go deeper into the room?
Deeper into the room.
Okay. So as you start to get towards the back here, the pots start to get really close together, and you're having to like slip between them. Um, Go ahead and roll a dexterity save.
Um,
So you kind of slip past these pots, and like you just barely bump one, and it starts to like teeter a little bit, but then it like falls back onto its base, and you're able to kind of get to the back. And as far as you can tell, this entire room is just filled with these pots. And then as you get closer to the like this area here, the indentation, um you see that there's no pots on the kind of like indentation area. Um and roll a perception check. Okay. You think there's something weird about the ground in that indentation, but you can't really make it out. You feel like you'd have to like jump in there to kind of see what's going on.
if I jump in there, what would I have to roll?
You could just jump in there.
Okay. Can I jump in there?
Okay. So you kind of like slide your way down to the bottom, and as you get to the bottom, you're standing there, and you notice that whereas the rest of the cave has this like kind of gray granite floor, you are now standing in what appears to be sand, but the sand is all blood red. And as you kind of like take a step into it, go ahead and roll a strength save. So as your foot starts to get sucked down into the sand, you're able to wrench your foot free. And as you wrench that foot free, the other one starts to sink into the sand as if these are like glass beads. And with your weight on top of them, your body starts to just kind of like sink into it like quicksand. But you're able to kind of like jump back and grab a hold of the stable rock and pull yourself out.
Okay.
And as you kind of like wipe some of the sand off of your leg, you hold some of these sand beads in your hand, and as you're holding them, they slowly start to melt, and there's this red sticky kind of clotting substance on your hand.
Okay, can I like try and wipe it off?
Hmm.
Okay.
And you just wipe it off on your hand, but like it smears on your pants, and like it's like really sticky and gooey. Make a medicine check.
Oh, nice.
So this substance is like it melts into what appears to be and feels like blood.
Should I call everyone else over? Check
Mhm.
it out.
Yep. So are you gonna like call out, or are you gonna go back to them?
I'm gonna call out.
Okay. So you hear, as you guys are kind of like wandering through the things, you hear Arius call out, and what do you say to them?
I say, hey guys, you gotta check this out.
Okay. So do all of you guys head over there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
heading over.
I need all of you. Actually, who has the lowest dexterity?
Well, my dexterity.
Mine is a 12.
15.
Mine's a 12.
16.
Okay, so Ayla and um was it Iris that had the other 12?
I did not.
Or Althea? I need both of you to roll dexterity saves, and as kind of like Garland is walking over there, he's like, I don't think I can fit through this, so I'll just stay here.
Oh, I see.
Okay. So, and then I need uh Ayla, you said yours was 12?
Uh-huh.
I need you to roll a dexterity save as well.
Okay. Yikes.
So as you're kind of walking through these pots, you are like trying to like squeeze past one of them, and like as you turn to kind of get an angle on another one, you bump one of them with your elbow, and it kind of teeters over, and it starts to fall. Make a dexterity save. Or are you gonna try to catch it, or are you just gonna let it fall?
I'm gonna try to catch it.
Roll a dex save. So as it's about to smash to the ground, you catch it, and the top just kind of falls off and smashes on the ground. But you're able to right the pot. And after that, you're able to navigate your way over to Arius. And what do you say to them, Arius?
Say, hey, there's this weird stuff here. And I think it turns into blood.
What?
I don't know. I went in and I was sinking in it like quicksand, but when I picked it up, it like turned into blood for some reason.
So as you guys get over there, you kind of, now that the light's over there and you can see the little depression area over here appears to be filled with just billions of little tiny glass beads that appear to be blood red. And you see on Arius's hand what appears to be like clotted kind of blood that she's tried to wipe off onto her pants.
I don't know
Well,
what to make of this.
I feel like this is where maybe this is where their blood has gone.
And you can see, all of you, now that the light is shining on it, you all can see the rope ladders that lead up to this platform up here.
Alright. Well, vases full of bones and bubbles of blood. That's fantastic. Alright, and I'm assuming we can... Oop. We can go this way or this way? Or try to.
Yes.
Alright, well, I feel like we've seen a lot here. Should we try to move on, or
Yes.
Agreed.
do you want to try those ladders? I'm kind of at a loss for which way to go.
I will tell you, Arius, that that wall looks like you could probably climb it if you needed to.
Okay, I could try climbing the wall.
Alright, yeah, give it a shot.
Take this rope with you. Do you have rope?
I don't think so.
Take this rope with you.
Thank you.
And a grappling hook. Actually, I have a grappling hook. This might help.
That would be useful. You can see that those rope ladders are tied to pittons that are driven into the rock at the top of the cliff.
Okay. So do I have to roll something for that?
Go ahead and roll a athletics check. Shouldn't be too hard. I'll make the DC 8. Oh yeah, you just freaking scramble up the wall. And you have dark vision, correct?
Yeah.
So as you get up there, you see that this is like a kind of a large, the floor below you had was made out of like this rock floor. But as you get up here, you see that the floor around you has these stone tiles. So it looks like it's like paved with stone tiles. There is uh all of these kind of like pictures of a dagger, um, with like how do I describe it? Like rays of light are shooting from this dagger on all of these stone tiles. And a couple of feet ahead of you is like this kind of dais that raises up. And on this dais, there are these um, uh, four statues that appear to be of knights. And they all three have a sword clasped in front of them, driven into the ground. Um, and the statue appears to be made out of stone, but the sword driven into the ground is like an actual sword. And there's four of them, one here, one here, one here, and one here. And in between all four of them is what appears to be a sarcophagus made out of stone. It's about 5 feet high. The lid appears to be like slid to the side so that it's just kind of like open and like someone has slid the lid off of it. And there appears to be some kind of a carving or something on the lid of the sarcophagus, but you can't really see from where you are. You'd have to get closer to investigate.
Okay. Yeah, I'll get closer and investigate.
Okay, so go ahead and move your character where you're gonna move to.
Can I see from like here?
Yep. So you kind of like like, and all the way around this are like stairs that kind of lead up to this platform. And as you kind of like step up onto the platform itself, you see that carved into the lid of the sarcophagus appears to be like a humanoid being in plate mail armor, but its face appears to be like a how do I describe it? Like I can picture it in my head. Uh, it's got like a long, almost like a snout. Um, it has big eyes that are like twice or three times the size of a human's eyes. There are horns curling back from its head behind behind its neck. Um, its arms appear to be like a bat's kind of arms with long fingers with big sharp claws at the ends of them, and it appears to have what appear to be wings carved out from its back. And you can see that the inside of the sarcophagus it's about 8 feet long and about 4 feet wide. And you can see the interior appears to be lined with like a velvet kind of lining, um, with all kinds of runes, etched or like embroidered into the fabric. And you can see around the rim of the sarcophagus there are like hundreds of glyphs running along the rim of the sarcophagus. Um, but that's all you can see from here unless you get closer and actually look inside.
I'm not gonna look inside.
Okay.
Yeah. Stay. I'm gonna go to the edge of the cliff and kind of relay what I found to everyone, like kind of shout over the edge of the cliff. So,
Okay.
I think I have a theory.
Just theory.
Maybe whatever's up there is the thing that did all of this, and maybe a minion of it is doing what's currently happening.
Hmm.
Maybe like a warden or something.
What do you think about that? I look at the others.
That it's a warden.
Or crypt keeper. I don't know what you want to call it.
Uh, Garland says, Was the casket empty?"
It appeared to be empty.
Hmm. I say we go check it out.
Well, you would, wouldn't you? Any sign of kids up there?
No, none that I saw.
Was it a singular room?
Yeah, right.
Yep. It was definitely like what appeared to be an actual structure. You didn't really get to the back, so you don't know if you saw any doors or anything in the back of the cave. But from what you saw, it appeared to just be a single room with a dais and a sarcophagus in the middle of it, with those
Okay.
statues around the edges.
Do you want to have?
I noticed it is 10 too.
Yeah.
I kind of have to be up early tomorrow.
Okay. I mean, we can. Are you guys gonna ignore it and go do something else, or are you guys planning on going and checking it
I
out?
mean, we could decide next time, because I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we could just call it here. Kind of as you guys are seeing the sarcophagus, and we can pick up from here next time.
Sounds good.
Sounds good to me.
Cool.
All right.
All right.
GG, guys. We only got like 4 net ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Man, this group does not roll well.
No. I'm old.
By the way, just so you know, I'm not role playing Garland as a DM trying to get you guys to do stuff. Garland's character is a fucking
Cleric.
man. He wants to know what the fuck's going on with the demonic fucking sarcophagus.
Yeah, yeah. I bet. And that's why I was like, there's no kids up there? I'm going to go with role playing how I was earlier. But I was thinking about it. I was like, but then I looked at the time too, and she called it out before I did. I was like, we could
Absolutely.
argue with the cleric right now, or
We'll do it next time.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's where we're gonna start next time. Is
Yeah.
this cleric is definitely gonna. By the way, just so you know, I will do my absolute best not to role play the characters as if they know what the fuck's going on. So don't like
All right.
read into what I'm freaking role playing the characters as.
I do owe him though, right? I owe him a favor. Like he did something for me. He got what's his name away from me.
Correct.
Yeah.
I mean, you could weigh that favor for however much you want.
I mean, I don't think it's like a fucking agreed upon favor, but like
No,
he
but
definitely did something for
yeah, but my character, he doesn't like owing people debts.
You saved me from a minor inconvenience. You now have
Yeah.
my life debt.
you. So, am I at least? Are you guys actually interested in what I have going on, or?
Well, yeah.
Or...
Definitely as a player, and then I can
Yeah.
rationalize the debt thing
Mhm.
to have my character want to go up there.
Because I just, it's funny. Like, I'm so used to characters just like, oh, there's something that I can
Honestly,
interact with. I'm gonna go check that out.
if we didn't
And then
almost
all
die
of you are like,
in our first entrance in the cave, yeah.
yeah.
But now my character is like, okay, I want everyone to live.
Yeah, I'm trying not. Same. I'm trying to get us through this alive. Otherwise, it would be still in that freaking body pit digging around.
Oh, for sure. It's.
Yeah.
I have to tell you, just out of character. Like, there's so much stuff going on, like that you guys could find that you guys haven't really searched for yet.
Yeah, well,
Well,
Nature
ever
of the
since
game.
I fell into a pit, I don't.
No,
really wanna
you
look
guys are
for
role
stuff.
playing it like characters that are like,
In the
we are not
situation.
ready for this.
Cave's not moving anywhere. We can come back later.
And then just the idea of leaving children behind to a cleric is just utterly
Yeah.
like unacceptable.
You know,
To
I kind of
that
hope
cleric.
that they're dead so that I can tell them I told you so.
Oh man.
I was very worried about putting dead children into a Dungeons and Dragons campaign because I was like, I hope anyone's not like, that's a horrible thing to do.
I'll turn into Anakin up in this bitch.
Jesus.
Actually,
Come on now. It's not a
Understood.
real D&D campaign if it doesn't start off with dead children.
That is kind of hilarious. The very first thing I have you guys investigate is dead children.
We didn't know they were dead when we were going to investigate it at first.
That's true. But I did have a dead emaciated child be the first non-goblin character you see.
Yeah, that's true. All right, guys.
All
We'll
right.
see you later.
Yeah.
Good
Good
night.
night to whoever's going to
night.
sleep.
Yeah,
night,
but good
guys.
night.
I'll stop recording now. I need to stop recording it.